like when you plan an encounter, like if
No, no, no.
there's
I
at
do.
least
I
a
do take.
short
Yeah,
second,
I do
there's at
take you
least a
guys into.
short
Yeah.
second in your head where you're like, they could take it. Like
Be
I know,
and there is a comma because so and so's in the party. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. No. You will be fine. I probably would tweak things a little bit because fighting devils with a cleric, obviously a much easier situation than fighting devils without a cleric. Uh, Sort of like fighting them with a paladin versus not having a paladin. But yeah, like I don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't want to run an eighth level cleric while also running the everything else.
yeah, and like
Um, and yeah,
Davian has some heals, so like I'm not super worried.
as long as you got healing word, I mean that's all you really need to survive in most of fifth edition. I will say the higher end game, healing word only does so much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
trust me, I know. I
All
know
right.
when like a monster attacks 4 times, like the healing word.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I will make an excuse for her to essentially get pulled back to Saltmarsh and then Lighthouse Island to help assist with that kind of stuff. And I don't want to fill that slot. I mean, we've got a huge waiting list of people, but I don't want to fill it. So let's. I know I say that every time, and then I do end up filling it, but I really don't want to fill it. So maybe their job situation will turn around and they'll come back to us. So in the meantime, I'll just have Willow be an NPC, and we'll just kind of play with the five of you guys. Does that work for everybody?
Do we have a huge waiting list?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Are
I
we
mean,
that
there's.
popular?
Well, I don't
That's
want
you,
to say
Crash. I know what I
I
said.
don't. Let me
Yeah,
put on my businessman necktie.
Well, we're not honestly the dragon.
Oh, I didn't know
Let
what
me
to
just
say
put that out
that.
there.
yo. We've got some key characters, some key players. And like when you see Spider-Man, you see Catwoman. Maybe you'll see the Catwoman animated short.
So what I'm trying to say is, thanks to
Zach, what?
the incredible streaming efforts of Garuda, there are many people interested in joining you guys on your adventures. There you go. Okay.
Sorry, Groot. I'm not knocking you, man. It's just I've seen the data.
The data is telling. All right. So, that being said, I will probably start a second Odyssey game in September, which probably feels like 100 years from now, but that is more than likely the date I would start a second Odyssey game because that's when a lot of other games are going to be wrapping up. So, all right, cool. So all that bookkeeping's out of the way. Roster adjustments, all that. So let's go ahead and jump into this and play some Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, real quick before we turn the stream on.
Oh, I think he just hit the button. But what's up?
All right, let's go. Let's do
Okay.
it. Hang up. Let's do
Okay.
it.
We'll keep talking afterwards. All right. So it's been 2 weeks since we played. Last time, you guys cleared out the sewers beneath Daggerford Manor and discovered an entrance into the basement of the manor, and went back and received your fat reward. You were offered an opportunity to fight some tougher monsters like orcs and trolls, but you got what you needed, which was a way into the house and level 8. While you guys were ruminating on your recent XP gains, a package was delivered, and in the package was the weapon that had been promised to you by Lady Primordial. So, with all of these things all sort of gathered together, we rejoin you guys in the city of Daggerford. What do you do now?
So, are we gonna go fight the succubus or?
Yeah.
Well, we just left the office for the most part, right? Where we turned in.
Um, I'm assuming we're going to say that you left the office, returned to the inn where you guys were staying, picked up your package that was delivered to you, probably went to your rooms to open it in some semblance of secrecy. Um, and then, in addition to the mail that you received that was the package, you would have also received word that they are having difficulties consecrating the island, and Willow essentially volunteers at this point to go and oversee that. So that sort of brings us up to speed. You guys would then gain the benefits of, like a long rest and your new level up, and be able to face challenges with your new abilities, spells, and full hit points.
One thing that we also likely did that night is we had a crew meeting regarding Surge.
Mm. Did you just drop him down a well? Is that what happened to Surge?
Yeah. No. So what would happen? Is that we got super awesome new dagger thing, and I looked at it with envy, and I looked at Surge, and
Okay.
I was just like, you know what? And I just like dropped him on the ground and walked out of the room.
Dang. All right.
So Davian picks him up.
Okay. So Davian, when you pick up Surge, go ahead and give me a charisma saving throw.
All right, baby, let's get our first roll in 2 weeks. Watch it be a nat 1.
Yeah. Okay. Can you jump into secret chat?
You have only yourself to blame.
I can. I might be weeping when I get in there, but oh, for heaven's sake.
Why am I not surprised this happened?
Why did you say that?
Because he always does this. I play Storm King's Thunder with him on Fridays, and this was weeks ago now. But we had a session where it was our party versus like 40, 50 NPC orcs, and like, yeah, hand wavy mathematically, you guys can kill these orcs. Unless you feel really compelled to make a death saving throw, see if you survive this encounter. And of course, he makes a death saving throw and gets under a 10.
Look, some people just wanna be treated poorly by the dice. Like,
Yes, and
it's like D&D masochists.
Lars is one of them.
D&D
Oy.
masochists.
You know, of all the D&D masochists I've played with, and believe it or not, it's a pretty big list. You know, it's actually crazy how big the list is. He's probably the best one, so...
When you say bad, assistant will, put himself in that position, or just like bends over and takes it. It's like, okay, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, I mean more like... I really enjoy playing with him, even though he brings misfortune upon the party several times.
Like now? Watch being nat 1. That's fucking...
And no, it was so.
I mean, Surge is like working for the same person that's Afra's patron, so is it really a big deal?
Nah.
Maybe.
Well, he
Afra
just
won't
likes to kill
say anything,
things.
but I suspect that Surge, who has been so pent up for so long, he'll finally be like, yes, murder, death, kill everyone in the room now.
The biggest thing is
Don't
that
worry. I'll take Davian. If Surge makes Davian act up, I ain't got no worries about it. I might hide
I know
behind
you have no worries
while
about
I do it.
Yes, I'm now the only meat shield. Okay.
Oh yeah, sucks it. Sorry.
I mean, you're a hell of a meat shield, though. Like, rage with a crazy AC, it's pretty...
Well, my AC is it's only 18, so I mean it's respectable.
No, most barbarians, like, They don't ever see above a 16. Like, pretty good.
That's true. But it depends on what flavor weapon you wanna carry, and how you build yourself.
Yeah, just
Dex
compares to
bar.
the 6.
Wait, are you full dex or are you mostly strength? You're strength.
I'm mostly strength.
Yeah.
I should have gone mostly dex, but it's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, you don't get the rage damage. There's pluses. There's a lot of give or take with it. Give and take. I'm tired, guys. Please carry me this.
Is anyone else sleep schedule fucked? Like, I no longer have a sleep schedule. It's just nap style.
Yo, I woke up at 4 p.m. Think about that.
Yeah. I haven't been asleep yet. I've been up since 10 o'clock yesterday. Like, I just.
Well, looks like maybe he pulled out of it.
I
Oh,
mean, yeah.
Okay. I knew Crasher, right? Damn, this is being recorded. Whatever. He's totally
No,
the
no, no,
kind
no,
of
it's all
DM
recorded
that's
on
like,
their
give one
It-
more Christmas save just to make them feel good. That's what.
Give a false hope that we don't have to kill you.
All right. So, as um, as Davian picks up Surge from the floor, there is 1 second where he pauses, blinks his eyes, and then continues picking up the weapon. All right. You spend an hour attuning to it. Everything's cool. So, what's next?
Vivian, do you still need your rapier? That thing.
He holds Surge in one hand and like caresses the crimson dagger's hilt with the other, and he just like smiles and just goes, "No, no, Pietro," and he just like unbuckles the rapier's sheath from his belt and hands it over.
Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
Cool.
I slowly back away.
Nothing weird there. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Afra, per your class ability, you have left the room though. But you're pretty sure it's not 100% good. So.
yeah.
Okay.
Like next time I see Damien with Surge, I'd like roll my eyes a bit. Whisper to Jenna, "Watch him."
All right. Willow is gonna. There'll be a little pop-up window where it says Willow's left the party. So I'll just.
Bye, Willow.
All right.
Okay, wait. Pause. Wait. Stop. Hey, Willow. Since you're leaving, you don't need your armor anymore, right?
Anyways, let's see.
What's your strength again, Karina?
My? Not enough.
Yeah.
But the healing potions that we bought for the mission, you can hand those over.
Yeah, sure. She'll hand over the healing potions. Let me see how many are recorded on her character sheet.
That armor was like 4,000 gold.
Oh god! Every time I have to rely on another player's character sheet, I always rely down.
Let's see. Crossbow bolts. Yep. Okay. All right, hold on. All right, we got 4 potions of healing.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah, anyone who wants them can.
All right.
I take them.
Willow coming in clutch by actually filling out her character sheet.
Mine is filled out, okay?
Okay.
That's not what I
Is it
heard.
really? It wasn't last time.
It's filled out. It's just you guys just think it's unorganized. Everything is right where I need it to be. Okay.
Look,
I
D&D
believe
D&D
the
is so hot right now.
You-
You can actually
oh.
hire someone from India through Fiverr, and they will actually keep your character sheet up to date for only
Oh,
$5 a week.
Are you
So,
serious?
just- I think
I think
I'm
he's
not
joking, but
Okay.
maybe not.
Okay. To be
Yeah,
fair,
One
I
of those
would not
things
put
where
it
like
past you.
it's probably
You could hire
true.
someone from Chicago to keep your character sheet.
People are delivering groceries, Crash. I don't put anything up anymore. Okay. I believe
Hey,
everything.
fair enough. I mean, I'll tell you right now, as a shut-in, they were delivering groceries before the world ended. But
Did not know that.
all right. So, um, weapons have exchanged hands. Potions are being passed around. It is morning. While you guys are figuring stuff out, I will check the weather forecast in case that has an impact on your mission.
It might.
Mm,
If we're going down to the sewers in this torrential rain, we may not want to go down to the sewer.
it's true. Let's see. Waiting for that calendar to boot up. Here we go. All right.
Guys, is today the day we're going after the Baroness?
Today there are a few clouds, light air, barely any wind. Average temperature going to be about 70 degrees. You are creeping up on a full moon.
Mm.
I think it is the day because
Yep.
we got that dagger, which kind of solves some of our problems. Unless you guys want to just completely roll one over on God and go kill a dragon.
I mean, I've got the
Yeah.
stuff. I mean,
Let's kill this bitch. It's been a while.
Okay.
alrighty. Uh, when do you want to hit up the sewers? What is your plan for accessing them and doing all that jazz?
Should we maybe make some? I hate to say this, adventurer signs to wear about our persons as we go down to the sewers. That way,
No.
Yes.
at
Yes.
least the
Love the idea,
enemy
Pietro.
will not suspect it.
Yeah. No.
No. No.
Good already has his markers out for parents, right? Makes sense.
Aw.
I'm gonna just check the shop real quick.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Let
you guys
me
heard that.
do that real quick. Mm,
Is it already updated or it updates automatically, right?
is what update automatically?
The shop, the
Yeah, I mean the shop should be up to date.
okay.
I mean, it hasn't been that much time in game, so I
Yeah,
don't think it should be. Any
it
different
changes
from-
every 10 days of Forgotten Realms time.
Okay, yeah. I just want to see how many potions of greater healing they have in stock.
Okay. The greater healing potions are always just listed in their inventory. Some of the shops will have in their description like static items that are always in stock.
Yeah, it says they've got them. It just doesn't have an amount, so I don't know if they only have one or.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. They have 3.
Yeah, I'll buy them all.
Okay.
Whatever that sound was over mic, that literally sounded like you were pulling coins out of your pouch
Yeah.
to pay.
Yeah, we're doing live Foley from now on, so just you know. All right, so you're buying 3 greater um, healing potions. Is the price listed or no?
Yeah,
It says
it's
they're
150.
150 per.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me check our bank.
And I think the newest potion macro will actually roll, will ask you what potion you're drinking. So if you tell it greater, it'll actually change the dice to be for greater. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're also gonna buy the gloves of the sea.
Okay. Let me update that shop accordingly real quick.
Who thinks they're best at picking lock? I'd like everyone to run a test and show me.
Are we,
Okay,
are we
I'm
you
okay.
having them,
I'm
you having them
+6
roll
on,
dice or just
sleight of
throw
hand.
out their
Yeah.
math?
Well, I was gonna have them like pick a fake lock to see how good they are at. AK, look at their modifier without asking for their modifier.
Oh, we're role playing. Okay.
Oh,
Oh
Wow.
yeah, I don't think I can.
Davian's got an 8. That's pretty good.
How do we do
I
thieves
don't.
tool?
I don't think I can compete with that.
Has everybody got thieves tools? Well, this is a criminal group, so that does make sense.
I don't have
Oh,
thieves
well, I
tool.
need to click on Thieves Tools instead of fucking sleight of hand.
Alright, yeah, Davian, I give you a pair of thieves gloves.
Oh man. Okay.
I didn't even get a chance to go.
Oh,
Are you
all right. Let's see
equipping
it.
the Thieves Tools?
Yeah, go.
I don't think I can beat
You
this
can't be
sleight of hand.
sleeping on this.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
I don't have
Kinda
thieves
like
tools, but
invite.
whatever. Yeah,
Dude,
let me
it's
just sleight
not
of
that.
hands. It's fine.
I will say 75% of you would have picked most locks in the world. So
Oh,
yeah.
we all. Alright, so let me just add the math real.
Do we really want the guy who rolled the first roll and that one?
Yo, can you chill?
But that's why he's getting the gloves. Part of it,
Let's
anyway.
see.
That adds like something. Was that a +5 to? No, it's. Is it?
After I think whatever you're eating is gone. You can stop scraping the bowl.
I'm done. That was the last scrape. I'm done.
Okay. Let's see.
Trying to get every little drop. I hope it was really good.
What?
Trying to find this
+5
guy's
to
shop.
dexterity checks.
It's in the treasure.
Yeah, but it's not showing up in my list on the actual website, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I'll just grab it out of the treasure. Kind of weird.
Oh yeah, like it's not in the compendium.
Lots of hot mics today, boys and girls.
Is mine hot?
Not yours, not
Oh,
yours.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will just fix that later. Figure out what's going on with that. Alrighty. So acquired more potions and gloves of thievery just in case. Weather is fantastic, which could be good, could be bad. What now?
Yeah, let's head down there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No G pots. No thief gloves. Got it. All right. Yeah, you head across town to the same place you were at before, Water Street, and there is the sewer entrance. People saw you there just yesterday, so a lot of them just kind of look over, recognize you, and figure that you're going back down for more work. Um, Let me see if RNGesus wants to throw a monkey wrench or not. All right. A woman who has a short haircut and a domineering demeanor begins crossing the street towards you guys. She is in the process of tightening her apron strings, and she looks like she is about to ask you some questions. Does anybody want to do anything before we roll social initiative?
Initiative.
Push
Okay.
Afra to the front. I kind of just nudge Afra at her.
Yeah. I'll wave and I don't know, try and look friendly and dumb.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Let's see. All right. As the woman approaches, her face has the look of like a predator. Not like the alien, but like an animal that hunts other animals. And she says, "Oh, I remember seeing you here yesterday. Weren't you wearing little signs then, though?"
Well, yeah. See, we got this job to go explore the sewers.
Oh god.
It was so fun.
No.
And
Crash.
like, well, the guy told us that he didn't really have anything else for us to do, but there was this really strong monster down there, and I mean, we're gonna give it another go because I really think that we can do better this time. Right, guys? We can do better. We're gonna do
So,
it, and we'll. I'll reach out to her. I'll put a hand on her shoulder, and I'll say,
mm,
"We'll protect you."
Was that our leader inspiration right there?
her eyes narrow, and she says, "So we pay taxes so that they can hire adventurers to go and make sure the city is safe. And you're telling me that with the money that I spend on taxes, you were not able to do the job that you were hired to do? And then that today you thought it would be all right to come back and try to finish the job unofficially and out of uniform?"
Well, yeah.
How many people are around? Is it a busy street or is this like?
Well, this woman, whose name is a mystery, is attracting a bit of attention using her racial ability cause a scene. Uh, she says, "Look, there are children, okay, and the children are easily influenced by cool people," and she air quotes that. "And for some reason, they think adventurers are cool people. So if they see you without your municipal garb on, going down into the sewers, they're going to think that it's okay for them to go down into the sewers. So I don't care if this is some cleanup for your little ego because you couldn't get the job done the first time. But if you are going to do it, you could at least have the decency to wear the appropriate uniform so that there's no confusion amongst the citizens, especially the children, about what is right and what is wrong."
Davian is nodding emphatically as she
Mm-hmm,
talks, and he's slowly doing that thing where like he kind of separates from the party, so he's almost standing next to her, nodding at them,
mm-hmm.
and he's just like looking at her and giving like those affirmation nods and like, yeah, yeah, guys, like we got to think this through, and just doing whatever he can to kind of get her on side, and then he's going to, when she's done, kind of put a hand on her shoulder and say, "My lady, you are absolutely right. Like, I can't believe that they thought that this was the right course of action. Oh my gosh, that scent is intoxicating. What is that you're wearing?"
She give me a persuasion check.
Oh, delay, bitch.
Okay. Nick. So, not being human. And
That's so
she maybe
fucked.
has some fantasy romance novels about situations just like this. She blushes and says, "Well, it's actually the same scent that that Lady Daggerford prefers, if you must know. Uh, Cinnamon bun."
I'm gonna kind of lean in and give like a subtle. Oh my lady, something tells me that it doesn't smell half as good on Lady Daggerford as it does on you. And I'm gonna start kind of, you know, leading her away and saying like, perhaps you and I should uh, get to know each other while these ruffians go and get their proper attire as you instructed.
Mm, mm, mm. Okay. I'm gonna need a follow-up persuasion check because as a paladin with Oath of Indignity, she does have to stay true to her vows. So she has not yet made sure that these municipal servants know their place. So go ahead, give me another. Oh, okay, there it is. She says, maybe, yeah, sure. Why don't we go for a walk down by the river?
Nothing would please me more.
Okay, so you lead the Knight of Karen away, freeing up the rest of the party to get into the sewers.
What the
I
fuck just
pull
happened?
up my crowbar and lift up the versatile color.
Okay.
At one point, as we're moving away, I'm just going to make like I need to brush some dust off of my boot because it's all about cleanliness.
Mm-hmm.
And this might take some doing, but I'd like to cast a message spell
Sure.
and message Pietro saying I will be back shortly.
Okay, Pietro, because of how magic works, you do know that you can reply to the message.
Pietro, tell that to everyone what Davian said.
Yeah.
Afra, while this is going on, you see that there are in fact children watching, and they are like taking notes. They're like,
I'm gonna do like a, I don't know, like a punk rock rebel symbol.
Oh
Be a
dang!
rebel.
You throw up the Baphomet horns. Oh
Yeah.
damn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all that's left is for these
Baphomet
children's.
horns.
Yeah. All that's
Right,
left is
like-
for these children's parents to die, and then they can become hexblade rogues and fulfill their destiny as future edgelords in 6th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Okay.
Yep.
As a hexblade rogue, I completely support this whole thing. There
Come
should be
play in
more
the
of us.
sewers, kids. It's fun down there.
Yeah, the worst thing you find is a clown with some balloons.
Yeah. That might actually be the worst thing in the sewer. All right. So while you guys head down to the sewers, Davian, how do you extract yourself from this trap you've fallen into?
It will depend on whether or not there's other people along our riverside walk.
Okay.
If
this Knight of Karen is a thirsty woman, and you have done well with your persuasion checks. Her ire was already up from the chastising of public civil servants. So yeah, it just kind of drags you into like an alley down by the river. Starts pulling at your belt. She will find that your body is covered in a hideous cockroach-like carapace, right? So that's probably going to be a deal breaker.
I was gonna say, I mean, okay, yeah, no, if I can't finish the job, as it were, in that manner, then yeah, I just gotta slit her throat.
Oh, geez. All right.
No, don't stab her with Surge. You'll get some charges back. It'll make him happy.
I mean, yeah. Surge,
I mean-
Surge and I need to start off on a good. It's alley work though. It's.
I mean, he a thirsty boy too. You
That's
got two
true.
thirsty people with you.
You know what? And Surge is the one that I'd
And
rather
Surge points out to you
satisfy.
nonchalantly, and there's no evidence afterwards.
Ooh, see, now that is just perfect. So I am yeah, at before we get to the point where my hideous carapace is revealed, I'm going to turn her around and giving her the massage and and then I'm just gonna shove Surge into her back.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, she's a commoner. So the only way this could possibly fail is if
Don't
you
say
roll
it.
2 nat ones.
Don't
So
say
Oh
it.
God!
go ahead and give
It's
me an
out
attack.
there.
There
Oh!
you go. There you go. There is an incredible feeling of elation that goes through Surge and into you as you stab this woman. Her body bloats up as all of her cells are overhydrated, and then she just bursts into bloody water.
Glad to see we're going back to our roots with the murder.
I was gonna suggestion her into the sewer and kill her though.
Yeah.
Like if you guys did step, I was so over this bitch, and that's the first thing Jenna says when like we get in the sewer. Like, I really hope he fucking kills her because I want nothing more right now.
I am definitely going to cast Dawn Dish Detergent to clean off any of her that got on
Right.
me
Sure.
before leaving the alley, and
Phrasing.
that is it is one charge per
Okay.
kill, right?
It's 1d3.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah.
But he can only regain charges once per day.
Alfred, how do you know that?
She just killed a lot of
She's
fish,
just
okay?
staring wistfully at that sheet.
She just killed a lot of fish.
A low blow, Zach. How do you know
I'm sorry, that was a
low blow. There's no way you should know that.
Is there a way? I don't have Surge's card. I don't know the abilities and stuff, and I
Yeah,
can't
you should
find it.
be in player's equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. I'm sorry.
Everybody's got it. Afra put
Yeah.
all his business out there for everybody.
I did.
Low-key, wish I would have looked at that earlier.
It's a real bad relationship the two of them had. Like a real
Yeah.
bad relationship.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like Maury. You know, just getting into a better help.
All right. Since you have only been gone for a day, right? I believe it's just a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot, in good conscience, reset this dungeon. Which kind of sucks. All right. So you guys are down in the sewers.
I don't know if you guys want to wait for me or not, but
Yeah, we would wait.
Yeah.
all right.
I would have told the group, let us just wait down here until Davian returns. He said he will be brief.
Yeah, it does take about 20 to 30 minutes, but he does eventually show back up.
Is there anything we need to search again, guys?
We
No?
could just
Okay.
go straight there.
Alright.
I feel like
Well,
a
then let's
terrible
go.
person if I did not mention that there was a gigantic snake down here.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for reminding the DM.
Oh, I hadn't forgotten that, sweet boy.
I did not think he forgot that. I think we forgot that.
But he had a token, which means he can still see the token.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I honestly don't know if I would believe Garuda. We've known him to hallucinate before.
Oh, like on the Lighthouse Island? Yeah.
Oh, he pointed it out to Davian. Davian can corroborate.
Or like
Oh,
how
okay.
he knew that Primar was a werewolf.
It's true. He figured it out before anyone else.
Oh, yeah. Sure. I saw the character art. Like,
that damn character art. Okay.
so obvious.
All right.
Let's just
Let's head
retrace our
there.
footsteps. Be on the lookout. Supposedly there's a snake I'd much rather not mess with.
Let's see. It was this way, right? There's like the secret door that we could go in this way.
Oh,
Or no?
no, it's down here. It's all the way around.
It's
Remember
Oh,
the
okay.
remember the mimic room? It was just yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're acting like it was 2 weeks ago. Jeez.
Oh,
Come on.
speaking about that, I think it'd be a little beneficial, Crash, if like you
Mhm.
could kind of like regurgitate my knowledge check on this about the succubus before we
Oh
walk
yeah,
into it,
sure,
because
sure, sure.
it would be in fresh memory, but it's been kind of a minute.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Let me refresh my own memory. All right. So succubi and incubi are the same thing. They are a race of gender fluid fiends that inhabit all of the lower planes. They are not affiliated officially with devils, yogoloths, or demons. and they are basically like the hardcore hooker spies of the hells. Most of them appear as dark-winged men or women of startling sexual beauty. Let's see. Their primary job is the corrupting, collecting, and brokering of souls. That is what they like to do. But they have been known to work independently using their incredible charisma, psionic abilities, and enchanting abilities to essentially set up entire like kingdoms, empires, etc., etc. They are natural shapeshifters, and they are possessed of an ability to turn creatures against their allies, dominate creatures' minds, and if they kiss you, they can permanently kill you.
You get the cooties.
Yeah, they can permanently kill you. Now, the noble succubus is an older, more powerful succubus, and they are usually possessed of advanced spellcasting abilities and stronger versions of the existing succubi abilities. These noble succubi are said to have created vampires. Yeah. That essentially the strongest vampires are created by mortals that the noble succubus went to feed on, but had feelings for. So rather than destroy their soul or eat their soul, they instead gift them with vampirism. So every vampire bloodline that traces its way back to the first vampire, that first vampire was created by a noble succubus, according to D&D lore.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm
and then stat-wise, they are resistant to cold, fire, lightning, poison, non-magical weapons. They are immune to being charmed. They can speak quite a few languages. They have lots of social skills, lots of rogue type skills. As far as monsters go, they have a lot of skills. They have insanely good charisma saving throws, very good wisdom saving throws. Physically, they're not very strong. So there is that. And what else? They can communicate via telepathy, which they use to control their thralls. They have razor sharp claws that they can extend when needed. And yeah, that's about it. And they can fly. Oh shit! And they can enter. This is key point. They can enter and leave the ethereal plane at will. That's
Shit.
yeah. So that's a big one right there.
I'm going to give a talk, knowing after Jenna reminds us that succubus have the ability to control minds. I'm going to look everybody in the eye about how we're not going to be mind controlled this time. Cough, Jenna. And we're all gonna pass our saving throws, and we're all gonna be fine, okay? And take your temporary hit points.
Really
That's
don't know about that. I kind of took everyone out before they realized. I think Rude is the only and no, Davian's last character.
Alvis.
Alvis.
Say his name.
It's been a couple weeks. I think really only Garuda knows, but he specifically didn't tell anybody.
I feel like I would have put it together.
You are an inquisitive rogue.
As an inquisitive rogue, we're gonna have to give that one to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we probably had girl talk about it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen again.
Okay.
It
Well,
could totally happen again.
take your 11 temporary hit points and pass your saving throws.
11. That's beefy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm immediately now thinking that for the first time in like a year and a half, I may actually see a bard provide a bardic inspiration for its like default actual normal purpose.
Use.
All right, so you guys did remove the ward on this door.
I'm still stuck in this room. I can't
Oh.
leave this room.
Thank you.
Yeah, we ran around.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, because you hacked DM, forgot that there was a secret door there, and closed it up with dynamic lighting. All right. Anyways, you got through. There you
I literally just squeezed my token through it.
go.
All right, Davian, it's all you. Open her up.
What do we want a marching order to be?
I know that we got rid of the ward last time, but do you want to do a quick ritual and make sure it didn't get reapplied over the last day?
Yeah, sure. I'll ritual cast detect magic real quick.
Better safe than sorry.
All right, you do a detect magic, and you find that the door is not currently bearing any sort of enchantment.
Oh yeah.
All right. Upon Jenna letting Davian know, he'll approach and he will go to work on a lock. I believe there's a lock on this door. And oh my fucking god.
Okay. A roll similar to that was made yesterday on this door that you guys did not open. Afra actually went under the door. As you go to mess with this lock, you were confident when you went after that practice lock, but man, this one is tough. This is a tough lock. Mission's over, I guess. Going to fight the white dragon.
We
I don't know.
spent 5,000 gold for you to pick that fucking lock, and we come all the way down here, have to deal with some charlatan bitch, and you can't even pick the fucking lock.
Garuda, watching this happen with the gloves that you could have somehow tried to fit onto your weird bird hands. There's a certain smug satisfaction of calling it ahead of time.
They are not attunement gloves, and I know that
Garuda's not that rude.
we get diminishing returns here. So Davian's gonna he moves as if to hand the gloves to Afra, but then he like narrows his eyes at her and he hands the gloves to Pietro.
Okay. Wow, Pietro.
I'm gonna
no
look
pressure.
affronted. Like, hey.
After
When
he's
he-
already embarrassed.
So just
I'm
roll
gonna-
three,
Please
roll
open
and
the
add
fucking
plus add
door.
five to
I'm
it.
gonna hip check him out of the way and assist
Oh.
Pietro to open the door.
As you hip check him, the trident on his person lunges for you like an attack dog. It doesn't make an attack roll, Afra, but it definitely doesn't like you.
I'm gonna glare.
Wait, the trident
Like
just
he knows.
moved by
Like
itself?
you fucking try it. You do it.
We're not gonna talk about the trident moving by itself?
Yeah, you see luminous turquoise light running up and down Surge in patterns that, as an inquisitive rogue, you understand are hostile and disrespectful.
Flip him the bird and move on.
All right.
Are we done now?
Yes, Pietro, please open the door.
So you need me to roll Thieves' Tools and then add 5 to that, Crash?
Yes.
Okay. And because Afra's helping, that's with advantage?
Yes. Yep. But the DC is going to have gone up a little bit because of diminishing
Okay.
returns.
Got it.
Does anybody want to? Is there any other juicy
There we
that's
go.
going to happen here?
And then,
Okay.
No, I think we're good.
All right. With
It's
her
31.
with her assistance, you do it no problem. You get that door open.
Pietro, you keep those gloves.
I take the gloves off and I hand them back to Davian.
Oh.
Oh, Davian will nod graciously to Pietro and look at the lock and just say, "Excellent work, my friend."
You're welcome. They were given to you. I will give them back to
He's just being nice so you kill him last.
you. Garuda, I'm not worried about dying in my sleep. You could very well die in your sleep of old age.
Okay, marching order as we go in here.
Davian, I think you should go first.
Me?
Let me
Drake.
Let me explain my reasoning to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're dealing with a succubus, an enchantress, somewhat like myself. I feel you are the most equipped against her means. I wouldn't want to see Petro fall so easily. Petro will be right behind you.
Well, logic is sound.
Garuda would
I will.
pull out his rags that Alice gave him and stuff them in his ears.
Nice. Yes. His magic rags.
Because of the power of placebo, while you have the rags in your ears, Garuda, you and only you will have advantage on your saves against mind control.
Oh, okay, thanks. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Oh, could I? I don't know if we do this. Can I nominate him for an inspiration for that?
For sure. Take the DM inspiration.
Sure.
You're going back like two months in time for that callback. So go for it. All right, David, you walk to the foot of the stairs. They ominously lead up into darkness, and then a landing that starts to spiral upwards.
All right. I'm gonna suggest that we do have Jenna somewhat like not right in the back, but somewhere where she can still see ahead of those of us in the front because she's got her detect magic.
I'll be in the middle. I'll be right
Yeah.
behind Petro.
There you go. Yeah, just so that we can make sure that if there is any other like alarm traps or anything like that, and if you guys line up behind me, then Crash can probably just hero grab us, hero stack us,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yep. So the map I'm going to take you over to is tremendously large. So if things run really slow, if the map doesn't load, or if dynamic lighting doesn't load, refresh your map, blah, 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 blah. All right. And let me put on the appropriately scary music as you enter this new section of the dungeon. Let's see what I got here. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be two groovies rocking like we've been doing. So some ambience.
I'm gonna run to the fridge and just grab a drink real quick.
Sure. Good idea. I have a fridge right next to me.
I'm playing in the fridge. There you go.
That doesn't sound healthy.
No.
We're trying to
not.
crack and open up
Yeah,
a
but
beer.
your fridge is
Cold.
You can
I
be
mean,
playing
it's
other
coronavirus. Of course, I'm cracking a beer. What else would I do?
That's one of the ways to fight coronavirus is with alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been doing this for the last. I haven't been drinking every morning at 6 o'clock since we've been playing D&D for the last year.
There are no mornings anymore, friend.
Yeah,
My morning was at 4 p.m.
All right, let's
It's
see.
late in the evening.
Oh, here we go. Drag you over to the estates, and we got this cute little hero stack here. There we go.
I started making this thing called a coffee margarita, where it's coffee
Oh,
and
what
tequila.
now?
The coffee margarita,
Oh.
where it's just coffee and tequila.
No.
Ooh, do you add salt on the rim of
That
the
makes it a no, not a black Mexican. That's tequila and Kahlua.
Well, it's
black
coffee and tequila minus a coffee, so
I
coffee
prefer
margarita.
Irish coffee.
I actually hate Irish coffee. Not good.
Doesn't
Are
feel
you
like
really,
any of
are you seriously doing a reverse Sheldon? His diet virgin Cuba Libre.
I have no idea what that was.
There was a super
Big Bang Theory.
popular drink. There we go.
I did
That's
not
the
watch
music
Big
I was
Bang
looking for.
Theory, homie, sir.
Yeah, I've actually never seen the show.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I've seen, yeah.
I've half started watching what's just Zoe's Magnificent Playlist or something like that, dude.
Is it
I
good?
heard that's really good. How are you liking it?
It's touching my fanny in a weird place. I like it.
What an interesting thing to say.
I mean, I'm intrigued enough to be like, well, maybe I should watch this show
The
now.
stream is now rated mature. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Our family-friendly rating. No.
I think it was rated mature when you caused the wild
We're
characters.
getting demonetized on YouTube.
Oh no, my 5 cents. No, we don't actually qualify for monetization. All right, so
You say that, so I don't come after
we
my
have to have at
subs,
least 1,000 subs before you can qualify for monetization.
too.
All right, so
yeah.
here we are.
Oop, come back here.
You should see a spiral staircase and a green hallway.
Can you pull click us?
Oh yeah, sorry, that's only like a 200 by 200 map. Jeez. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey.
I think there's a kitchen down here.
Yeah, you do hear kitchen music. So that is the first clue.
I thought it was one of you assholes again.
Can I be honest? I have never once heard this type of music in any of the kitchens I worked in over 15 years.
Well, again, because we're trying to stay family friendly, I didn't want it to actually sound like a kitchen, which is just like really, really offensive, like hip hop music, and then everybody cussing at everybody else. Yeah.
That's not family?
I guess it depends on what kind of family you grew up in.
Okay. Are we sneaking or are we just gonna bust the doors down?
Yeah, I feel like we're out of order.
I think like maybe we should come back when like their kitchen isn't working.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
Anyone else?
In a big house, the kitchen always running.
Yeah.
Don't you watch Downtown Abbey?
No.
I don't
Downton.
either.
Why you really think me?
Yeah, you got League of Legends open on one window, and WoW Classic in another, and then you got Downtown Abbey on your third monitor. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, that's where I get my inspiration for my characters. You know, Philip.
Well, I'm just saying he took skills over danger sense, so I feel like you've kind of made a huge growth as like as a player, you know, like, and I think Downtown Abbey played a part in that.
Growth, regrets, yeah. So this door magical.
So, there is an alarm spell on this door.
So anyway, I walk in, just start blasting.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh,
Hold on. Holster your weapons, please.
I'm gonna dispel the alarm spell on the door.
Okay.
That's a 3rd level spell slot I regret casting.
Okay.
Does
That door
anyone
is
else?
yeah.
Does anyone else have dispel magic?
No.
Don't you have like an
next
item that
level.
lets you dispel magic?
I was dead.
It was Albus.
No,
He went to
Albus
the
had a
seas.
detect
Oh,
magic thing.
fair.
Yeah, maybe you wanted to. We'll look into that. All right, so I dispelled the door.
Okay.
The alarm spell. Who's the stealthy one that's gonna peek through? Is it me?
I mean, I can give it a go.
My thought is that, I mean, if we see that these guys are all dressed in a particular like palace livery, then we should maybe take it.
You want to just murder them all? The whole staff?
No, we can knock them out.
Is that an option? I mean, do we care?
I
though?
actually
but it
think
goes
that they
against
might
what
be animals.
Lord Prime Mother wants.
Remember? Like all the like creepy animals that were watching Luck of the Draw. I think that I think that we may have to kill them, and I think it may be difficult to kill them.
Look, I think that Lord Primewater just wants her to be dead and gone. I don't think
Yeah.
he really cares. All right, Alfred, go ahead and take a peek.
Okay. I take a peek.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check. I gave
Can
a
I
big speech about the map
Can I help
breaking.
her? Can I help her? And I'm gonna explain how I help her. All right.
Okay, let
I'm
me
gonna.
hear.
I'm
How
gonna.
how two people solid snaking is somehow
Okay.
better than one person
Okay.
solid
Okay.
snaking.
I'm
I'd
gonna.
love to
I'm
hear
gonna
this.
explain this to you. All
Okay.
right. So like the way this door is, right? It looks like a double door. Am I right? Or is it a single door?
It is a single sliding panel.
It's a sliding panel. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna slide the panel for her, just real quick and real soft. So all she has to do is look in real quick,
Oh, that
and
is
then I'm gonna
actually
just
pretty
slide it
smart.
shut.
Okay. Okay. Afra, give me a stealth check with advantage. Okay, 16. They're very busy in the kitchen, and I am lazy, so there's only one chef token in all of Dungeons and Dragons. But you see them rushing about, doing their business. One of them seems to be sort of the boss of the others, and she is screaming at them and not saying very nice words to them. You can't really make out the accent. You think it might be Moonshay Isles, but as you listen for a bit, Inquisitive Rogue,
Mhm.
you realize that she basically is just calling them all donkeys. Like she seems to really like calling them donkeys, and they're very busy working on afternoon meal and prepping for a big dinner that's happening tonight.
Okay. Okay.
There is also mention that the lady will be returning this evening, and everything needs to be perfect.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Um.
Okay.
I'll
This doesn't
sneak
look like the
back.
kind of bitch you want to make mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, just saying.
I'm gonna sneak back, and I will relay the information that she is perhaps not not in the keep right now. Um, I am gonna say that there's only three of them, and they look fairly normal. So I'm gonna look at Jenna and say you might be able to sleep them.
Ooh. So like this is awkward. Um, didn't prepare the spell because it kind of
Mm.
thought we were fighting devils. Um, please calm your laughter down. But let me check my staff and let me see if it just lets me cast
Can you
it.
turn me
Because I do
to
have a staff of sleep. Let's read this.
run through?
When
Well,
did you get a staff of sleep?
I had this. I've had this for a long time. Once per day while holding the staff whenever you cast the sleep spell. Nope. Nope. Doesn't let me cast it. I don't even know why I brought it. I put it in a bag of holding. When I'm unarmed. Yeah, so like they said she's gonna be back, so she's not even here. So I think we're just gonna kinda sit in this hallway.
Or I could put him to sleep. A permanent sleep.
Yeah, and that's fine, but like here's the thing: if we murder people in our kitchen, the Duchess herself isn't gonna be like, "I'm gonna go check out what's going on in the kitchen." That's not how Duchess work. So we might as well just wait. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an alarm spell on this door in case anyone detects magic, so they can see that a spell is still on it, not know we're back.
I like it.
All right. So I'm gonna ritual cast an alarm spell crash on this door, and we're just gonna chill. I'm gonna just tell everyone, let's relax.
Do you have polymorph or some kind of transmutation of some sort?
I
I
do have
mean,
the polymorph spell prepared.
But that's fourth level, right? That's like pretty high magic.
I'm
'Cause you
also
could,
gonna say, if we're gonna sit here for several hours, could you maybe study your book and maybe prepare some different spells?
but I mean, if you could turn one of us into, say, a mouse or a rat, we can staff draw them away from the kitchen, and the rest of us could sneak into the main house, and we could get into a better position while the Duchess is away.
Or if you have invisibility and can cast it on more than one of us.
That. That's also a lot of magic.
Yeah. And guys, I don't have that many spell slots.
Let me think.
So Gruda just has both guns in his hands, ready to go. Not hearing a whole plan at all. Just, let's do this shit.
Our target's
like,
not here.
It is going to sort of mind putting the guns away, and it's going to sort of like hand sign language indicate that she's not here.
I mean, we could also just... We could kill them very quietly. I have that ability. I could make sure they wouldn't make any noise.
Look around for secret doors, everybody.
Okay. Sure.
We're doing nothing.
Yeah. I'll look around for secret doors.
Natural 20.
Other than the secret door you are standing behind, you do not see any secret doors in this, despite being 10 foot wide, kind of low passage. However, stands to reason that a manor of this age, because this is a pretty old structure, if it's got one secret door, it's probably got more secret doors. But you do not detect any besides the one that you guys have already interacted with.
There was a sub-basement, and I thought this door would go into the sub-basement.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But I guess it didn't.
Is this a stone corridor? Like the walls are made of stone, or are they made of like wood?
It is made of stone. Yep.
Do you think we could have missed a secret door down in the sewers?
Have we considered just waiting until the evening and then paying the night staff to ignore us walking through?
I mean, I could try and convince them that we're like a secret surprise for the Duchess. I don't know. We're pretty sexy.
I mean, didn't Gruda buy some actual, like, legit sex swing outfit? Or am I just remembering my fan fiction?
There was things that happened with Garuda during his downtime
We don't
that
talk
are his business. Yeah, so.
Garuda may have been in an orgy with centaurs. That's not important. And dryads and nymphs and whatnot. It's not important. He does have a lacy lingerie thingy though, and a crown of flowers or something like that. That makes Garuda
Okay,
loose.
we 100% have our in. We just screwed it up like that. We come in through the secret door and we say that we were instructed to bring this fine avian specimen to the Duchess quietly.
Yeah, but like, what if they tell them about the
Oh,
the problem with that though is what if that's not the normal method of delivering sex slaves? And I'm sure the staff will know that.
I mean, what would the normal method be?
I don't know. Through the front door, through a different
She
secret
throws
door.
parties. She throws sexy parties.
But I mean, cross species. Maybe she likes a little subtlety.
She's been doing a thing with Dragonborn of late. It doesn't matter to her, clearly.
You do recall in your intel gathering that she is a fan of exotic partners.
That's right.
More exotic than that.
So, I think we definitely need to wait till evening, no matter what our move is, because we obviously want to make sure that she's actually in the palace.
So do we just leave?
Well, I think we want to get into the sub basement and lay our trap. So it's traps are better laid ahead of time.
Yes.
Do you, do you
Yes.
guys think you could talk our way through this?
Yeah, I give it a
I-
go.
if Davian and Afro were able to work together, I think it'd be like no problem. But they're more likely to bicker at this point.
Look, here's what's gonna happen. If like they're not on board, we just kill them and we just throw their bodies in the sewers, and then we leave notes in their handwriting. I'm good at forgery, saying they quit.
Yeah, I like it.
So that's our backup.
Yeah.
But I trust you, Afra and Davian. Talk our way through it.
Okay, let's do it. Go.
Sorry, but Groovy's got me in stitches.
All right,
Is-
Garuda,
is
get
the-
dressed.
Okay. What? I'm sorry. Gorilla doesn't
is
hear
the
anything
board
that's happening.
advanced?
Gorilla's like,
Is
what?
Gordon?
I will
Sorry, I
pull
thought
the stuffing out of Gordon's
a more realistic kitchen sound environment was requested. So there we go.
Okay, it's fine. Let's do it. Go for it.
All right.
Faces.
Well, if once Garuda's dressed, I'll grab one wing. Davian can grab the other, and we'll just haul him through the door.
Yeah. Alright, so Gorilla puts on his lace natural J and his little crown. And
Keep your earplugs in though.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna here. I think I got it. Nope, I don't have it, but I will just cast. Nope, didn't prepare it. Let's go.
yeah.
So what's the plan here as you get ready to enter Hell's Kitchen?
Me and Davian are gonna convince them that we're here for the party. With Garuda.
Okay.
Yeah, now Garuda's weapons will be
Inside his fanny pack.
inside his fanny pack. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Is the
Which, of course,
fanny pack right where I'm imagining it?
Right over my dick. Yeah, right over my dick.
Okay.
It's like a cod piece. You wear it like a cod piece.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
It has to be worn prominently. It's the only way the magic works.
It's a dick in a pack. Let's go.
Oh man.
Yes. I too would like to know what the fuck is going on.
All right. You hear the head chef take a deep breath as she exercises the demons of rage. The gentle, soothing music of the kitchen comes back. Whatever fiasco had just occurred has passed. All right. You gonna open that door?
Yep.
Okay. Are you doing it stealthily, or are you doing it in a ta-da jazz hands kind of way?
In a very matter of fact way. Like,
Okay.
obviously this is
Like
what
you
we're
know,
doing.
you know about it. This was no accident. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As you do, this woman right here, she turns and lets out a cry, and she drops what she was carrying, which is a whole plate of chopped chives. They clatter to the ground. Head chef, who I guess we should mark because she is the most powerful of all of them. There we go. Looks over, her face contorted in rage, and then she sees you walk into the kitchen through a mysterious door, and immediately needs to be placated, or she's going to call for guards.
I'm gonna
So what do
say,
you got?
hey, that wasn't necessary. Be cool. We're here to. We've got a present for the Baroness. We had to. It's not strictly on the. So we had to come in the back.
Who here is the head chef? We were told to report to the head chef.
All right. You see as you enter the room that there is a small gnome kind of hanging out by this door in the back. The gnome is adorable, but also menacing, and definitely has the look of someone who has been put in charge of guarding something. The woman looks back at the gnome, looks over at you guys, and she looks down this hallway, and she says, "I am the head chef."
And I'm gonna walk up to her, and I'm gonna kind of look past her at the
She
gnome
raises
too.
her fists, and then a finger pops out, and she points the finger at you and says, "Stop where you are."
Okay. Look, we're just trying to get this thing to the Baroness. That's what she asked for. If you could just point us in the direction of where we need to go, we will be out of your way.
The Baroness is not here, and you should not be coming in through secret doors. And this woman right here is kind of backed up now against the wall. She's very scared. This one is going over here and standing defensively in front of the fresh baked pies. A cat licks its genitals and watches the scene unfold.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, well, where were we supposed to come in?
She is very flustered, and she says, "You will wait right here. You there, Tony. Go and tell the guards that there are intruders or visitors." And Tony nods and begins reaching for the door handle.
I think that's when an initiative should probably be rolled.
No, I'll just walk up to him and I'll say, hey, wait.
All right, as if you're gonna approach Tony, Tony's gonna roll some initiative. But you could try and just give me real quick. What would you say that would defuse this whole situation?
I'm gonna say, look, it's a surprise, okay? From Lady Fox, the you know the the entertainer person.
Waterdeep noble.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a surprise from her.
We were
As you
instructed
mentioned-
to come through this door.
As you mentioned, Lady Fox, Tony, he his hand stops by the lock. He turns, and with a lecherous look on his face, he says,
"Oh, it's like that, is it?"
I do a sexy pose.
Yeah.
Yes. Could you please ask Garuda to describe what a sexy pose is?
I mean, we've
Can
all
we
seen
please
we've
not
all
have to
seen
describe the sexy pose?
we've all seen Jurassic Park the porno. We know what a sexy pose is for a velociraptor. I mean, you don't need to, right? We've all no. Okay.
No, I'll do that one.
I didn't know that was on the required reading or.
Yeah. Okay. It's like it was linked like 4 times in Garuda's backstory that he sent me. But, all right. So Tony is going to kind of lecherously say,
This kind of stuff happens. I mean, if they're who I think they are, then yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I'll show them around. You get back to work.
and
All
then
right.
she's just kind of like, I see. Secret guests. Oh, that's all we
Yeah.
needed.
Yes, remember to keep it a secret. The surprise for the Dutch.
All right. Jenna, as you go by and watch this cat licking its genitals, it's got big genitals for a cat. It's a little weird.
I'm still detecting magic. Are they magical genitals?
It is a magic cat, yeah. And also, this is a magic gnome. All right. The gnome says,
All right, come with me. Come on. I'll take you guys to the questionable guest quarters.
I'm gonna look at the cat and I'm gonna say, "You should come with us," and cast suggestion.
"Oh, damn. Okay. That was kind of a mean thing to do. Hold on."
I like how you don't make this. I like how you don't just say it. See if it listens. First, you're just immediately like, no, I'm going to start with the magic coercion.
All right, hold on just a sec.
It's a magic cat.
But maybe by saying maybe you should come with us, it just would have. Your suggestion would be like if it looks at you funny.
Jenna forces people to do what she wants. Okay, she doesn't.
Aww.
I mean, God, like
You'll have real friends
Davian has not noticed this.
All right, it's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Try. Oh my god. It's not automatically rolling my dice for me. How did that happen? I had to click and drag the screen just now. Yeah, the cat perks up and begins to follow Jenna.
Very nice. I am experiencing quite a bit of lag with this. I'm going to restart my roll 20.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and close that door. Go ahead and close that door. Let's go. Come on. This way.
And I mean, I can theater the mind it to you. You guys take a right. You head down a roughly 10-foot wide corridor. It goes on for about 50 feet before it turns to the left and continues to be 10 feet wide. It goes for about 20 feet before it turns right, leads to 2 doors and a stairwell. The gnome motions to the northernmost door and says,
Before I take you inside here, I assume that you would have the password.
Of course. But if you
We
could
can't just be letting anybody in here. You know, business is business. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna look at Jenna and I'm gonna say, Lady Fox told you the password, right?
I'm gonna look at Afra and I'm gonna tell her. I think we all know that you're the one with the password. I'm the one with the cat.
Okay.
Could I insight whether or not there's actually a password, or if this guy's just angling for a password that clinks like coins?
yeah, you can insight.
I'm just waiting for my character sheet to load.
Afra, inquisitively, you realize that this guy really is expecting a password, because this is apparently some kind of secret society situation. You know, eyes wide shut. Yeah. They can't just let anybody into this this shindig.
And what I'm gonna do is I guess she did tell me one thing. I guess this is maybe the password. And then I'm gonna pull that out there and be like, "Oh my god, what's that?"
Look over
What
there.
are you pulling out?
A tentacle.
Oh, okay. We're doing combat. Oh, okay.
No, I'm trying to distract him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. He is going to look over at it, a bit confused. Go ahead and give me a deception check.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, ow, what the hell is that?
What were they doing in this room last time?
Oh, he kind of looks around. He says,
I mean, I gotta deal with this. There's some kind of tentacle over there. Mario, keep an eye on him. I'm gonna go back to the kitchen and get some guards. You guys don't go into that room until I get back.
When he walks past me,
uh-huh.
I'm gonna just look him into the eyes.
Okay.
Hypnotic gaze.
All right. Does he get a saving throw?
Yeah.
It's a magical effect. Because he's a gnome, and he gets resistances on that kind of stuff. Yeah.
It says magically enthrall.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. He just kind of stands there.
Yay!
Awesome. Let's go in this room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick him up. Because it says the effect.
Yeah, he's roughly the size of a human toddler. He's very small for a gnome. Very small. Like maybe 2 feet.
No, he's like your baby, Jenna.
And the cat just sort of like cat like humps your leg, just sort of like does circles around you.
I will motion to Jenna for her to pass me the gnome so I can hold him for her.
No, it's gotta stay close. You can
Yeah.
see that Jenna's like,
oh god,
she's kind of got her eyes locked.
Is the wall not there? That's weird. Okay,
What?
sorry. There should totally be a wall there. My bad.
Oh, sorry. I thought that
No
was
worries.
the door.
It looks like an
Yeah.
opening. 'Cause we
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
through it.
I don't know why it didn't load it.
Alright,
So,
I'm gonna
my
search
bad.
for a hidden door.
Damien,
Alright.
try and open the
Well,
door.
there is a door, and the door is
Okay.
right in front of you. My bad. That was
Okay.
probably narratively a little confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. We'll try and open the door.
Okay, who is trying to open the door?
Damien,
It
second
is
chance
important for me
for
to note,
redemption.
Jenna, that you still have detect magic. As they are
Ah,
heading towards the door,
I
right? You still-
don't have detect magic. I'm concentrating on suggestion.
Oh, never mind. Garuda, as you go to open the door,
Be
Look,
careful, the door may be
Garuda never
magical.
said I was opening that
You-
door. I said I was opening up that door.
okay, so
Damien was walking up to the door to inspect /
Yeah.
investigate it.
all right, you're gonna investigate the door.
And Garuda wouldn't have heard anything to open up the door.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me a moment. There we go. I'm looking for traps.
You don't see any obvious traps, but you get the feeling that this door is not used very frequently, but at the same time is well maintained. This leads you to believe that there could be a trap on the door.
Is there a like a keyhole? Like, is there a lock that we would need to?
The door does seem unassuming. It does seem similar to the others, but it also has a bit more, polish on the hinges and the knobs kind of deal, on the brass fittings. And
Every
you
door
yeah.
we've encountered has had some kind of either magical alarm or something on it. So I'll just can I do an Arcana check or like look and see if it's like magically while hit? I don't
Yeah.
think I could.
Nah, you gotta keep
No,
keep your eyes on little Tony.
My
Well-
thought was more like, does little Tony carry a set of keys on him, or does he have? I'm gonna search Tony,
Mm.
and just see if he's got like anything with a written down passcode or.
A search of Tony's person reveals that Tony is not actually wearing a lot of real clothes. But what he is wearing is a small satchel-esque messenger bag. In that bag, there is in fact a black iron key.
Okay. I will take that key.
Okay.
Yeah,
the rest of his clothes are apparently an illusion.
That is disturbing. I will.
Especially when you're patting him down around the crotch area. Like,
Yeah.
And the thing is that
that's not clothing. That's a full-on beast.
I'm thorough. I it's. But yeah, so.
I'm holding it while you're.
Okay, so we have a black iron key, but there's no keyhole in the door. I'm just gonna.
No, there is a keyhole in the door.
Okay.
It looks like all the other doors nearby. It's just better maintained.
Okay. I will use this key and see if it fits in the keyhole.
All right. It does. It fits the keyhole just fine. It can turn easily, and you could swear that you felt just the tiniest tremble of magic as you turned the lock.
I will whisper that I don't know if that was magic that was.
You already opened it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
like.
Yeah.
So we'll go through.
All right. So now, I love your Roll20. It's a big map. I understand you didn't load every door or wall. That's cool. It happens. It happens, baby. You try your best every week. All right. As you proceed to open the door, you see that this is a sunken room. There is a staircase that leads down into it. The walls are lined with provocative images. I will show you the least lewd of all the images. and it is staring at you from the wall opposite your current location. So the north wall from when you open the door, you see a humanoid female with horns and wings, sitting in chairs. The chairs look like the chairs in the room, like it was maybe painted in this room. The other paintings are of the same person, but in increasingly more lewd and explicit poses and acts.
To get a proper sense of roleplay, I'm going to need you to PM me those ones, but
Sure. Yep,
yeah.
understandable.
I think we found what our Baroness really looks like. So
Here,
yeah.
I'll make the painting a handout for you, and you could look at it as much as you want.
I just got flashbacks to my first Extra Life game. The cow.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I would rank this one better than the cow, but that's probably just personal preference. I understand as a bird person, you play the field. So the poses, if they matter, are, again, more and more provocative, more and more lewd, etc., etc. So you've got standard come hither in a chair. You've got man, that's a lot of dicks. You've got look, I've got my own dick. You've got how many men and women can we fit in one painting with me? You've got look at the stuff I could do because I've been doing yoga for 300 years. And then you've got the, let's just call it flower in bloom. All right. There are many chairs. Those of you who care about germs, you probably would not want to sit in these chairs. There are 6 chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. They all seem to be made of black iron and lit by continual flames. There is an ominous-looking skull and book combination hanging out on the eastern side of the room on an elevated dais.
Yeah,
I would like to go investigate that too, please.
I think we should
the gnomon. Once we should take care of these. I'm gonna carry the gnomon, and the cat's still following me, and I'm gonna just
Yeah.
we'll
I'm gonna
close the door
instruct.
behind us.
Yeah, David,
All right.
close and lock the door behind us. I'm
All right.
gonna.
So Davian specifically is the one that's closing the door. Got it.
I suppose. Yeah. I mean, I have the key, so I'll.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I'm gonna look at the cat, and I'll be like, "Do you talk?"
The cat just kind of smiles at you.
That's not a no.
If you can talk, you want to talk to us.
Are you casting a new suggestion on it?
No, I'm talking to it.
Oh.
I think I have a. Do you have advantage on social checks when they're charmed by you?
I mean, when they're charmed, yeah. This one's under a suggestion, so it's going to follow the evil genie letter of the law request that you made of it. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna bend down and scritch its ears.
Okay.
I don't know, try and get it to like me. I'm gonna
Okay.
say, yeah, you probably should talk to us if you can.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. All right. The cat says,
Well, I mean, I could, but I don't know. I feel like I'm already going to be in some deep shit with the boss. I mean, I have it in my mind that you are not special guests for Sexy Party tonight. You are actually infiltrators into the house.
Well, you're not wrong. So, you should probably tell us what's going on here. And
look, I got a sweet deal going here, and I am not ready to go back to hell. So, I
I
need
mean-
to know. I need to know what you're all about, so I know what I'm all about.
I mean, look, we've got a specific job in mind. We're not the goody two shoes type. We don't care who you are or what you do. You wanna hang out here and do devil things? I don't care. That's fine. I see no reason to send you back to hell, but we need some information. What's going on tonight?
The Duchess is having another big party.
Yeah. Well, I mean, doesn't she always? But like, are we coming down here? Or are they
Well, I mean,
going up there?
at some point, some people might come down here. But it's just a normal party until after hours, and then that's when the feeding starts.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
Duchess normally come down here? Is that where she does the feeding?
Well, she and her ladies, prefer to feed down here.
Okay. All right. So maybe,
That doesn't exclude feeding elsewhere in the house.
yeah.
How many ladies?
Oh, she's got like at least 6.
That is a lot.
They shuffle around, so you never know which one's which, because they could change forms.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Now you're making me really nervous, and I don't give a shit what happens to Tony. But I've been very helpful here, so I feel like I should be able to leave, maybe. But I feel magically compelled to keep following this skinny woman around.
Yeah. So, the thing is, if we let you leave, you might try and warn somebody and
Oh,
regain some of your.
absolutely, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So. We'd probably just like you to stay here.
Oh,
and
that sucks.
and
What are
like,
you really?
I mean, you
I'm-
could stay here or you can go back to hell.
yeah.
So staying here might suck a lot less.
You don't know what it's like for me in hell, okay? This is a sweet deal. I get to pretend to be a cat all day. Like,
I mean, and
You
that's
know,
cool. You can
Have
just
you ever pretended to be a cat on a pirate ship? I own a really big one.
I can't say I have. I have envisioned a life at sea. I have a pretty good parrot. If you need a parrot, that's what pirates like, right? Or a monkey. Hold on, I've got a pretty good monkey. Let's see. Hold on. Where's my monkey at? It's been a little while since I did the monkey.
All right, and it kind of curls up into a ball, and then you hear the crackling of bones and the rending of flesh. And when the fur ball uncurls, it is a little monkey.
Oh, you are just adorable.
he reminds me of Jack.
Yeah. So
Can we keep
yeah.
him, Jenna? We can keep him, right?
Gerudo
Yeah,
pulls out a
what
gun
are
when he
you?
transforms.
What are you when you're not a monkey or a cat?
Oh, I'm a powerful devil.
Okay. What are you into?
What am I into?
Like what's your what are you trying to be? What's your goal?
Murder, corruption of
Okay.
souls, acquisition of power,
Okay.
assisting mortals with the above aforementioned 3 items.
I mean, we're into all of those things.
I also have a real hankering for tuna fish lately.
Okay. Well, what if I told you your master's no longer going to be on this plane after tonight? Would you be interested in a new one that takes good care of you?
So
Jenna
you,
kinda winks at it.
you're here to take out the boss, huh? I guess it was only a matter of time before she overextended her hand.
Of course, she definitely did.
Mm. Yeah, you know how those sucks get. You know what I'm saying? They're just so selfish and greedy. They don't understand a master plan. They don't understand how to put it all up there. Make a spreadsheet. Get the data. They don't understand crunching the numbers. They're just all about their feelings.
Selfish and greedy. Well, what if I told you they call me Jenna the Generous?
Oh,
And
that
I could
sounds fake. That sounds like a misnomer.
Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of isn't.
That's important. There's a lot of ladies and lords in hell that call themselves the kind or the hopeful, things like that to kind of like confuse their enemies.
Yeah, it works out. It works out. So what do you say?
Hey, orc. Hey, buddy. If you're looking for a secret passage, it's behind the vajayjay over here. But it doesn't. It just leads outside. Goes to the cemetery.
Okay.
Good to know.
So
Yeah, I mean,
would you
what?
be interested in flipping sides?
Well, here's the thing. If you're gonna take her out, that's cool and all, but I am a big, what they call in the industry, big brain powered, and I'm gonna tell you what that if you go and attack this lady at her big party with all these well-to-dos and fancy fancies and all that, it's probably not gonna go over too well for you. What you need, my friends, is hard evidence. And
Go on.
Mario here happens to be one of the first devils that was hired onto this little project a long time ago, and I happen to know where the good stuff is.
And at this point, staring into your eyes, Tony says, Mario, don't do it. Mario, honor the contract.
I'm
I
gonna use a
can I
divine
smash him
sense.
over the head? Like, just do we need Tony? Can I just kill him?
I just want to see if Tony's also a devil or
Oh,
not.
Tony is a devil. Yeah.
Is Tony useful to us?
Oh, Tony's the only thing Tony could do is look like a gnome. Which I felt was very insulting to the gnomish race, because technically we're only supposed to be able to take the form of quote-unquote adorable beasts.
I would like to test out Surge on a devil to see what happens when we kill one with Surge. Would anyone oppose that?
Yeah. Let's get rid of him.
Okay, Davian, it's super weak. I feel like the only way that you could possibly not do this is if you rolled 2 1s. So go ahead and
You
give me
gotta
a
stop
check.
saying that.
Okay.
Oi!
Believe it or not, neither of those hits the creature's extremely low armor class of 13. So Jenna, as he stabs at you, it goes right past the little critter, kind of skidding off of its hide, and nearly takes out your throat.
I'm gonna look at Davian and say, "You see what I mean? You see what I mean?"
All right. Well, I'm gonna just hold him still, and I'm gonna kind of hold him up like a baby,
Okay.
like a
Oh,
ball.
like the beginning of the Lion King.
Yeah.
You're gonna Rafiki like hold him up.
Swing
Okay.
high, swing high. Go for it again, Davian.
There you go. I give you some damage roll. Is that-
Hold on. I don't know if I would count with like sneak attack or any of that other stuff.
Yeah, you certainly sneak attack. I mean, he's next to an ally. He's you have
I'm pretty
advantage.
sure it's an automatic critical hit.
Oh, are you asking
Yeah.
if Surge works with a sneak attack? Yeah, no, because it's not a finesse.
Oh, he's not finessey. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
He's incapacitated, so that just
He's-
means it can't take action.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you stab him and he takes damage, but it's not enough to kill him. It isn't. It isn't even
Well, it's
enough
also
to.
double that because it's
Why is it-
crit, wouldn't it?
Why is
be?
it? Why is it a crit? He's not asleep or anything. He's just.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty sure,
okay.
right?
I
think-
mean,
Okay.
I think I looked this up 2 weeks ago, but yeah.
we may need to
Okay.
go into initiative, but
Incapacitated. It's just
No, you'll beat him in action. Economy easily.
What-
yeah.
when
yeah.
I see that Davian doesn't manage to kill him
Mm-hmm.
and like him start waking up, I'm just gonna like shocking grasp him
Sure.
like
Sure.
in my hands.
All right. Okay, that will go ahead and finish him off. As you fry what's left of Tony, he turns into sort of a hideous scorpion-tailed gargoyle-like creature, which then turns into simmering brimstone and then crumbles into chunks.
that's it for him.
Yep. Can you make yourself look like him and follow and show us around? Take us all the
Nah,
crypt you're talking about?
not all of us powerful devils can assume the form of a gnome.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Some of us actually follow the rules, Tony.
You mentioned that there
And
was.
the monkey picks up a piece of Tony and crushes it in its tiny fist.
You mentioned that there's evidence and you know where to find it. Is there
Oh,
any
yeah.
way that you could lead us to that before she returns?
Oh yeah, you want to get a move on, because if she found you down there, she would flip out. But I will tell you this, that it is guarded, dungeon style.
Is it a place that she would return to before starting her party?
I don't know. It's like her secret vault
Cool.
slash
Cool.
underground prison
Ooh.
Okay.
slash barracks for her devils.
Ooh.
But I
Hmm.
mean, look at what you guys did. It only took you like 3 attacks to kill Tony. You should be fine.
I believe we would.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
I'd lead you there, but I have to follow this beautiful skinny woman. So,
Yeah, I'll let go of the concentration.
Oh, okay.
Lead the way.
all right. Now that I'm not compelled to follow you, there is a temptation to turn invisible and try to flee. But you know what? I'm curious to see where this goes. You know,
That's good.
being a pirate sounds pretty cool.
Devil pirate. Ooh.
All right. So you see this unassuming wall over here?
You gotta Davian, unlock the door.
Oh yeah.
Oh, if you're not a devil and you try to open that door, it will blow up.
Mario, open the door.
Oh yeah, sure. There you go. Ta-da!
We're stuck in this room.
Oh, yeah, because you closed the door, right? Okay, my bad. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, ta-da! There's a door right here.
Oh, I see it. What a nice door.
Yeah,
Before
see?
we,
Oh,
sorry,
there's a
before
dude
we
there.
leave, earlier before the Tony murder, I was just checking out the skull in the book to see if there was anything.
Yeah. The book seems to be basically like the hell version of the Kama Sutra. So it's got lots of suggestions on ways that you could experience new heights of sexual pleasure while eating someone alive, and other fun facts. The cover itself seems to be made of human skin, and the skull, it does seem to be pretty ornate, but you're not sure exactly what it does.
You're gonna drop those into Gruda's fanny pack as possible evidence to give to the paladins when this all goes down.
No, the
Okay.
fuck you are not.
Jenna's bag of holding.
I mean, like, are we looking for evidence? Because I don't want anyone to know that we're the ones that did it. So just
Yeah.
leave that. Just
Neither
leave
do
that
I.
shit there.
What
Just leave
if
that
we
shit
get
there.
caught? Having evidence could be our get out of jail free card. But if
You know what?
if we don't get caught, having the evidence is just something we can dump at sea. It like literally.
She's like a succubus. She's got like thralls. Like people are under her control. I don't think getting caught is gonna end up good. So let's not get caught.
Yeah.
But
We can always come back for it.
look,
We can
yeah,
come back.
we're
It's
probably
fine.
gonna ambush.
I think that's a good idea because you know how I said we should forge adventurous signs, and then we met a wild Karen. I think we should have the stuff.
But we can come back for it. Is what I'm saying.
Put
We
it
don't
in
need it right now.
It doesn't need to go in a bag of holding. Just put it in your fucking backpack then.
All right. It feels very exciting when you touch the book, Davian. Like this is the softest skin you've ever felt.
Oh
This-
God.
I'm also gonna, since I'm no longer concentrating on suggestion, I'm gonna re up my detect magic.
Okay. So hidden behind this lead-lined panel was another rune, and on this door were runes as well. You realize that the lead-lined panel was there so that a detect magic would not have given away the location of the secret door, but still allowed the secret door to be warded.
Hmm.
You
Good thing we
stashed
got
that
Mario.
away in your wizard's handbook.
In the notes.
Okay,
Alright, Mario.
Davian, do you have the book on your person?
I do.
Okay. You can feel the book, sort of massaging you a bit, whenever it can make contact with you.
So it's in my backpack.
Yeah.
But if I feel like little nuzzles, it's just gonna reinforce my desire to have thrown it into a bag of holding. But
Mm.
I will follow the captain's orders, and I will
Okay.
keep it in my backpack.
All right.
Sorry, the captain's a little bitchy this morning. Please forgive.
That's okay.
Oh,
That sounds like a you problem. You're making it an us problem now.
I mean, that's how teams work.
You mind if I hang out on your shoulder? Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just point
It
away.
just feels natural to be up here, you know.
Jenna's
Yeah.
always wrestling with that monkey on her back.
All right. All right. So this is the entrance. It's gonna get pretty rough down there. What can I say? You won't be able to teleport. She's got some Yuggo dogs working for her, preventing teleportation. There's also bearded devils, but they're a joke, so you don't need to worry about them. I think they've got their own kitchen down there, run by quasits. Ugh.
I
Yes.
think we're seeing through walls, Crash. I can see this token to the left of Pietro.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That is your boy's true form.
Okay. uh,
I don't blame you at all, Roll20. You're trying your best, little baby.
yeah, it's just this. Yeah, this particular room is the first one where it looks like it's
So
not drawn
frustrating.
in. There
Okay.
you go.
All right.
Yeah. David, you wanna lead the way?
Yep, Davino. Is it a climb down ladder situation or?
There is a rope. The rope is tied around the thing. It looks like a pretty sturdy rope, like a military boot camp training style rope. Like it could hold several hundred pounds. Now the wood itself, that's debatable. But the rope looks sturdy.
Sturdy
I'd like
rope
to anchor the
tied
rope.
to not sturdy.
Hey,
Well,
just
I
because they're devils doesn't mean they're any smarter than the average human being.
I'm gonna suggest everyone that we go down one at a time. Because while the rope is sturdy, the wood doesn't seem to. I will go first, and I will start heading down. I'm guessing Pietro with his armor and such weighs substantially more than Davian does. And so, what I will purposely do when I'm about halfway down is I'm going to give a forceful tug to see if it holds. Because if it doesn't hold with that, it probably won't hold Pietro.
Well, I can
Jenna
re-anchor the
weighs Jenna weighs 90 pounds. She's not worried about this sturdy board.
No, I know, but I'm worried about Pietro. So just making sure that, yeah.
All right. Let me double check to make sure everything's working on this map before I take you over to it. Yeah, it looks like it'll be okay. Let's see. What else am I looking for here? Oh yeah.
Dude, your guys' captain is a 5'2", 90-pound, 20-year-old.
see.
God,
That'll
that's
make sense.
gotta instill some confidence.
Hey,
Actions speak louder than forms.
Aw, you're taller than Afra. I'm only 5'1".
Yeah, you got these
But I'm
two
25 and 110 pounds.
these two dwarven women have been doing a great job.
We're not dwarves.
All right. It'd be even weirder to be generous if you were a dwarf. Okay, so let me bring you over.
That would be a weird name for a dwarf.
Okay, and let me swap out the music, because as nice as it would be to have relaxing jazz music in every dungeon, I feel like only a Sararak could really pull that off. I think so.
I don't ever want to see him again. So.
All right.
Sorry, back.
Okay. Alrighty. So you begin lowering yourself down. It is about 60 feet down, and it is confusing how this could be here, but also the sewers could be here, which makes you think that this must be like just above or below the sewers themselves. More than likely below the sewers. So you're pretty far down at this point.
I'm
Yeah.
like doing some math physics calculations. Like, how is this giant stone keep being held up on all of this hollow ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The cavern is some sort of natural limestone formation. There is a sickly, kind of bloody urine-colored pool full of bone at the very bottom. Please let me know if anyone goes into this pool. Otherwise, the rope would kind of drop you off right about here, and you could kind of swing over to the sides if you don't want to get in the water.
Yeah, I'm not going in the pool.
No.
Okay.
Stuff with bones in it. No. Yeah, no.
All right. There are plenty of bones around. These things that look like a child with a crayon drew rocks are rocks and stalagmites and accompanying stalactites in some cases. Stalagmites might reach the ceiling someday. Stalactites hang tight to the ceiling. Up ahead, you see a passage that branches off to the left and the right, and you hear the low, chuffing snorts of large dogs.
I'm gonna suggest
Oh.
Pietro go first.
Yeah, I think that's good now.
Yeah.
By the
Okay.
way, if they're
I'll
dogs,
go
they
first.
probably know we're here. Hey
How high is the
Mario.
ceiling for Garuda?
Thanks,
Is
dude.
what?
How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling. In the room that you came in, it was one of those like, hey, we went down a well situations. Now that you're in the chamber proper, the ceiling is only about 15 feet high.
Okay. I will ask Jenna and quietly say, should I have my 9 life stealer on hand for this?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of play by ear. I believe you'll do what's best.
All right. In that case, I'll have my rapier in one hand and the other scimitar.
Just make sure your weapons are magical.
Well, silvering just doesn't.
Do I know if silvered would affect
Depends
devils
depends
more?
on the creature. It is not a super reliable thing for all outsiders and fiends. Some of the
Okay. In
weaker,
that case,
some of the
I'll
weaker
have.
fiends, sure, but some of the stronger ones, no.
Yeah, honestly, Pedro, we're kind of like robbing a super rich duchess's vault right now, so just go ham.
All right. I will.
Also,
I'll have 9
quick
lives in the offhand.
quick
All right.
magic explanation to everybody. Devils and magic are typically pretty resistant, so if you use magic, expect them to,
Oh yeah, and
resist it.
don't even try that fire stuff because it doesn't work on devils.
Do you pull out Garuda's Rags out his ears to tell him this?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I also tell you, on your non-magical guns, use those magical bullets we bought you.
Yeah. These I only have 10 of them.
I mean,
Do I
Save
them
at least
for the...
6.
you should have
Save
seen
at least
how
6 of
expensive
them.
they were.
All right.
Save some for the
With
dungeon.
which direction is the snorting coming from?
Left and right.
You want to turn left and I'll turn right and just make sure that.
Pietro, as you turn the
Too late.
corner, you see a Jeremy Crawford medium, so a very, very big boy, in that medium square. It is similar to the dogs from like Ghostbusters, right? But no eyeballs, no fur, and their mouth has an extremely long, spiny tongue that is constantly whipping and lashing about. It looks like this.
Why does that seem familiar?
Yeah. So, let's go ahead and roll up into some initiative.
Also, any magic that we pass before I drop it.
The water was not magical, and there was no new magic that you detected. Okay, so let's switch on some combat music here. All right. First up is Garuda.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up. I don't see the little... Oh, I see it right there. Yeah, heck at it with silver bullets. Oof.
Okay, 10, 7 do not hit. 25 hits though, and is a critical. Let's see what happens. Piercing, quadruple damage. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. Oof. All right. You shoot this thing really hard. Go ahead and give me 2 more d10s for damage. All right. So that's a total of 30, 40, 48 damage.
One shot.
The creature does seem resistant to your silvered ammunition. But you managed to hit it right in the forehead, and the creature kind of like looks around. It is stunned. It's going to miss its turn.
Wow.
So we know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what?
Gerda will take one more step back right there, and be good.
All right. Jenna, you're up.
Jenna is going to take the dodge action.
All right. Jenna takes the dodge action. Jenna, I made Mario into a 5-foot spell.
Yeah, I
effect.
got him now.
Okay.
I got him. So. Appreciate that.
Yep. All right. Let's see. That one misses its turn because it was stunned. Pietro, you're up.
I will go into a raid.
All right.
And then I'm going to rush up, and I will attack it twice with my +1 scimitar.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Wow. Yeah, that is another critical hit. Let's see what happens to it. This is slashing. Wow, max damage, and you may make another attack with advantage against the same target.
Okay. So I get another 2 attacks.
Yeah, and then that attack did max would be 6 and 6. It would be 12 plus 4, 16 plus 2, 18 points of damage. And with a magical weapon, it takes the full amount.
So would the third attack be with my offhand weapon, or would
You would
it
essentially
all be
get
with
four.
the
You get 4 attacks this round if you were entitled to an offhand attack, but you aren't
I
because you
rage
used
is
your
the
bonus action.
action.
Right.
so-
So all these are going to be with the scimitar, but you get 2
Okay.
more attacks with the scimitar.
All right, cool. Oh shit.
First one with advantage.
Oh, okay. And then okay, that's 10, and then
All right, so that one does hit 23. And a
27.
27, yeah, they all hit. Takes a shitload of damage and is bloodied. Well done, well done. All right, Mario is going to take the dodge action. Actually, Mario is going to turn invisible. That makes more sense. I don't think I've turned anything invisible in a while. Is there? What token do we use for visible? It's like a little ninja. There we go. All right, Afra.
All right, I'm gonna move up here, and I can just barely see that thing, and I'm gonna shoot it with my packed weapon, which is a +1 heavy crossbow.
Okay. 15. The arrow deflects off of its scaly, naked hide.
Ugh. All right.
But it would have been a beef-ass hit, though.
Nah, I'm gonna move back.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Smart. All right. Garuda, you hear a voice in your mind. The voice says, "You smell delicious." And you see a second one come around the corner, and it is going to tongue you, or at least it's going to try.
What?
So yeah, here we go. 18.
That does hit.
All right, you take
does
26.
your armor do something special, Garuda?
Yeah.
Does it do something
I
special?
was just about to say that. Yeah, formidable armor. Once we take our range armor, you get to reduce the attack of blah blah blah. There it goes. Is it critical? You can reduce the damage.
All right, once per day. I mean, that's a beef-ass hit. It's definitely a time that you might want to do it.
Yeah, it's 26.
Yeah. All right, so you reduce it to 13. The creature pulls you close to it, and then it is going to try and rend you with its claws as it pulls you in.
I think it actually reduces the damage to 6. It actually reduces the die rolls to 1.
Oh, the dice
Oh,
themselves. Oh, very nice. So you only
That
take
is-
6 damage instead of 26. Very nice.
Holy crap.
Let's see. While you're in its tongue, you are restrained. So the 25 does hit, so you do take 12 points of slashing damage from the claws. And then the creature is going to pull you back around the corner with its absolutely phenomenal speed. So you guys kind of head back around.
Did I just get dragged off?
Yep. Okay, so Dave,
I'm in
yeah.
danger.
As a flying ranged attacker, I know this is a very uncomfortable and strange experience. It shouldn't last long, so don't worry.
That's supposed to be grass.
So I am drawing the dagger. I don't think if he's restrained, that counts as incapacitated as well, right?
No, restrained is
Speed is 0.
different. Yeah, speed is 0, and attacks against him have advantage, and his attacks have disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I still get sneak attack.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Divine Favor on myself,
Okay.
and I'm going to smite. Well, I guess I'll wait till I hit. I'm going to attack with the Crimson Dagger.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
You hear a chuckle from Surge. All right. Anything else, Davian?
No, crit cards though.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's true. It's true.
Don't break the dagger.
All right, this is melee attack. You feel so shamed by the psychic connection you share with Surge, the weapon you're two-timing on right now, that your next two attacks will deal minimum damage.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I got right now.
Okay.
Oh no.
Top of the round, Garuda. You are trussed up. Are you still wearing your sexy outfit from earlier? Because I need to know for my. All right, I need to know for my tentacle fan fiction. So you're wrapped up in this thing's spiny tongue, in your Lolita outfit. All right, what are you gonna do?
Is it athletics or acrobatics? Just trying to get out.
Either one.
Yeah, I'm doing acrobatics.
Okay.
Did it roll? There it goes. Bitch asshole.
Yeah, you are in there tight, and that is your action.
I'm gonna action search and try again.
Okay. All right. Keeping in mind that while restrained, you have disadvantage to these checks.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
Get them all out of the way,
yeah,
guys.
disadvantage on dexterity saves. Okay, so it's dexterity saves.
Oh,
all right. Attack rolls, disadvantage. No, so you're okay. So you are able to get out with that action surge. Okay.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, I was kind of.
Yeah.
All
that red. All that red. Okay. There's more dungeon you could flee into over here.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
Not flee that way.
What'd you say?
Don't flee that way.
Yeah.
Don't flee deeper into the dungeon.
I'm going to take the opportunity to attack and run away.
Sweet. Okay. It will most assuredly lash out at you with its tongue. So here we go.
Oh, sentinel.
Oh, when it attacks somebody that's not you, etc., etc., etc. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it attacks first, and then I.
Actually, it can't do its tongue because of how reach works with opportunity attacks. So it will have to bite you.
Yeah, that's what.
All right. So it gets the bite off, and then Davian, you make the attack on it, right?
Yes, with minimal damage. All
right. Here comes the bite. It is a normal attack roll. 22 for 21.
That does hit.
All right. That's really low damage for their bite. Man. Okay.
That's scary.
Davian, go ahead and give me a attack on it. 14. It just grazes off of the creature's scaly, rubbery hide.
All right.
You hear a voice in your mind, Davian. It says, "There's no reason to get in the way of such a sweet morsel. Wait your turn." Okay. Anything else from Garuda?
No, Garuda flew away. He wasn't having none of that. That's all.
Jenna, you're up.
Yeah, Jenna's gonna peek.
Okay.
In the corner.
Jenna, important to note, which I didn't mention to Afra because she missed anyways, but you are in melee. These things have a 30-foot melee reach.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna frostbite the one Patriot's fighting.
Okay. Constitution save?
Yeah, it's probably gonna make it.
It's got magic resistance.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. 21, yeah.
Yep, it makes it. Alright, and then I'm gonna back up behind the wall, and I'm honestly just gonna say, like, look guys, I'm not gonna be really helpful here. I'll be the potion administer bitch. If you need potions, come to me because, like, I can't really hurt these things. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah. Um, that's my turn.
Yeah, I could do potions too. Yeah, that sounds like a good job for me. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use my item interact, and I'm gonna hand a potion to Mario.
Okay. There's now an invisible potion, a potion floating as if by magic on your shoulder.
Yep. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, Mario, just give that to whoever.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
No longer dodging, still detecting magic.
All right, Pietro, you face off against this hellish hound. It coils up its tongue in like a spring and then just sort of launches it at you like you opened a can of peanut brittle and like a snake pop out. I guess that doesn't sound scary at all. Whatever. Here we go. 17 does not get past your armor.
No, it does not.
All right. And then it is going to claw at you. And does not get past your armor. All right. And it will stand its ground. Because being an outsider means when you lose, you just go home. Your mom picks you up in the van, and that's that. Pietro, it's you.
All right. These things can hit really hard, so I'm not. I'm just gonna attack normally.
Okay.
So scimitar. I'm going to burn a superiority die for
Okay.
attack.
Smart move. It automatically will hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Their armor class is a 16.
Anyway. Okay. Okay, 16.
I would never have made you a guarantee I couldn't follow up on.
Fair enough.
All right.
All right. Second attack. Yeah. 27 for 12.
Oh yeah, that is a beefy hit. This boy not happy. Kind of staggers a bit from the constant flurry of Dritz-Steward style scimitar attacks.
And then I'm gonna follow it up.
All right. Yeah, that hits. And it takes 14 more damage. It is breathing heavy, staggering a bit, but still alive.
Okay. And I'll just stare at its non-existent eyes and just sort of bare my teeth, and
The
I will stand my
blood
ground.
that comes out of this creature is a neon green acid. And so from the wounds, you just see like this kind of greenish, bright, glowing green acid just kind of bleeding from the number of lacerations that you've created.
Good thing I've got my special armor then.
Alrighty.
all I got.
Mario's turn. Mario, he observes the battlefield. He realizes that everyone is doing great. No one needs any potions.
Except
He
for
will
the
take
motherfucker
the
right
dodge
behind him.
action. He stands by what he said. All right. Afra, you're up.
Okay. Seeing that Pietro kind of has the other one cornered, I'm gonna reluctantly go help Davian. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All
Oof,
right,
I can't quite reach it.
You are in melee.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, here's what I can do. I can do this. I'm gonna bonus action Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And I can throw my Shadow Blade at it.
That's true.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
And it's hella dim, because there's no lights down here.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go. 17.
17 hits.
Yep, for
Because the
25.
disadvantage and the advantage balance out, normal attack roll, 25 points of damage.
All right.
There you go, Afro.
Yeah. Okay. And that is all I can do.
All right, fair enough. Let's see. The creature would like to attack Afra, but it does have this dude all up in its grill. So I guess it will deal with Davian. Or try to?
I mean, I'll let it pass through my space.
You're so small and squishy. All right, it'll shuffle over here, and I'll say that you get soft cover from Davian. So here we go. It's going to use a tongue attack on Afra. 21 would hit for 22 points of damage. It is going to grab you and yank you right up over Davian, kind of scraping you along the ceiling. It deposits you next to it, and then it is going to try and claw you. This attack will be with advantage. 22 for 16.
Okay. Yeah,
And
that's a lot. Ow.
Yeah, and then the creature is going to try and run away with you. Davian, you could use a reaction if you'd like.
I used
Oh wait,
it on.
you already used it. That's right. Yeah.
When it attacked Gruta, when Gruta ran away.
Okay. All right, Davian, you're up.
I actually can't see the other one.
Okay.
So I'm sure that I'm giving chase.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Afra and Davian, you are in a actual worked room. The ceiling here is much higher than the passageway, coming to a fancy multi-arched ceiling about 25 feet up, supported by 5 pillars. The pillars are asymmetrical, which is painful to look at. The room goes from the natural limestone cavern into worked stonework, and there are 2 doors, one on the quote-unquote east and then one on the southern wall. There are 2 sconces next to each door. They are unlit.
okay, I'll take that in passively, but I will try and stab this guy that's got Afra down. Hey, 20 hits.
20 does hit.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3 damage plus my charisma and magic, so plus 6, 9 damage.
Wouldn't this be the last minimum damage attack, though?
Yeah.
Is it by attack or by hits?
It's by hits, I'm assuming. No, well, the wording just says your next 2 attacks. So whether or not those attacks hit was not brought into question. So yeah.
Okay, so this would be my last minimum. So
Okay.
9 damage, regardless of what it says on the thing.
All right. Anything else from Davian?
I do have 5 more move. I think that's an action though. Sorry, I am quickly checking. Lay on hands is an action, not a bonus action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then no, I can't do anything else at the moment.
All right, Garuda, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna move forward.
Come shoot this bastard and finish him off.
Down right here, and I'm gonna shoot that bastard and try to finish him off.
Okay.
This is gonna be my magical ASP.
All right.
So once. Did it rule?
All right, that is a hit.
Alright, I didn't use fucking sharpshooter, god damn it. Then
You're grateful you
Well,
didn't
it wouldn't
use
have been a
sharpshooter.
hit. Yeah.
Sharpshooter wouldn't have hit.
I guess not, yeah. And the next one is gonna be my regular pistol. Regular silver pistol.
That is a hit. And a hit. Each of those dealing half damage. So let's see.
25 total.
1, 2, 3 shots, greenish blood spraying everywhere. The creature, a standing pile of bloodied meat and fangs. It is not dead.
Oof. I'm just gonna 5, 10, 15 my way back. Let them deal with that.
All right. As you leave its range, it will make a blind reaction attack against you. So it's going to lash out. It's technically not blind because it's got like true sight and shit, but I'm going to say that because you're around a fucking corner and 2 allies and some pillars, it's going to have disadvantage to the attack. So you did move out of tongue range, so here we go. 16?
Does not hit. Yes.
Does not hit. Okay.
So,
That brings us to Jenna.
Yeah, Jenna's gonna move down. Ooh.
Yeah, you are now in melee combat with it.
Yeah, that's. Pull out my wand of magic missiles, and I will magic missile it.
Okay.
With 1 charge. So. See that damage.
All right. That
11.
is enough. Yeah. The first missile hits it. It begins to violently contort and kind of seize up. As the second one hits it, it ruptures and just leaves behind a puddle of green acid.
What an extraordinary enemy. And then she's gonna. Afra! Where'd you go?
Help! Help!
That's all my movement. Pedro! Afra needs help! And that's my turn.
I'm gonna
All
stay
right.
back here. You guys got this.
This Canoloth misses its turn because it's back in the abyss, or sorry, Gehenna. So it's Dunsky's. Petro, you're up.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. That's my movement. I'm gonna try dashing. And I'm in melee with it right now, aren't I?
Correct. Yep. It's got 30-foot reach.
I'm just gonna dash in there.
Okay.
And I guess cut my hand, keep my reach going.
All right. Fair enough. Take a point of damage, and well, it's an action to hurt yourself. So if you're gonna hurt yourself, you wouldn't be able to dash. You could always set yourself on fire next time. A little alchemist fire.
Or
I
like,
don't have any alchemist fire.
Yeah.
Might as well just hurt
Well, in
yourself.
that case- Huh?
Yeah.
Might as
Rather
well-
than dash, you probably want to keep your rage going. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Alright.
next round you can just move in and attack.
dash into a
Alright.
wall.
Yeah. There you go.
Could I dash into a wall?
Well, I
There's
mean,
this
you know,
pillar here.
flavor-wise, you just smash your head against the wall to keep
Alright, I'm
your
just
rage
gonna-
going. Take a
I'm
single
gonna-
point of damage, and then you're good to go. All right. Okay. Mario doesn't see anybody in distress. Everybody's doing great. Afra, to you. You are bloodied, grappled, and restrained.
All right. I think I am gonna have to try and escape. I would really like to stab it, but
All right. This is
I'm not in a good
acrobatics
place.
or athletics DC 15.
all right.
All right, as you try to struggle free, special fan fiction continues to be updated rapidly. You are bound tighter than ever.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action attack it with a tentacle. Because, I mean, I need to do something.
All right. So using your tentacle template that you actually have for reals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it right there, and then
Sweet.
there we go. And I'm gonna boop it.
All right. As you try to add your tentacle to the mix, it just starts whipping the creature's backside. Doesn't seem to mind. This thing does work for a succubus, so you're not sure 100% what it's into, but it doesn't seem too bothered by it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, that's all I got.
The creature is pleased that it lived this long. You are in its mouth. It is going to attack you with its bites. It has advantage to this attack roll.
This one I will sentinel it after it makes its attack.
Oh my god, I'm not dead.
All right. Yeah, wow.
I'm not dead.
66. I rolled 3 1s. 3 1s. Unbelievable. All right. Make your attack. Or would it go off after the multi-attack? It doesn't matter.
I'm not sure.
I think it's the first attack.
Yeah, so go ahead and do your attack.
All right. So it's 4 radiant damage and 14 piercing damage from magic source.
Okay.
And its speed is 0.
And its speed is 0. All right. There we go. So let's see. That is 22 points of damage total.
No, 18 total.
18? Oh, you already had the radiant factored in. Okay.
Yeah, that's rolling the sneak and the radiant together. So 4 of the damage is radiant, if that matters, and the rest is piercing.
Okay. The creature continues its assault on Aphra. This is with its claws.
Okay.
24 for 11? Oh, okay. Aphra is down. As the creature just rends her flesh and chews on her. It cannot move away, but it doesn't seem to care. It just sort of dispassionately continues eating her while you futilely try to kill it. To make sure you understand everything that's going on, it telepathically says, "Look at how I consume the flesh of your comrade and ignore you entirely. Behold, my flank presented to you. That is how little you mean to me on the battlefield."
God.
All right. Davian, after that, it's your turn.
Davian's going to have this evil little smile on his face and almost looks like he's settling back to just watch it eat Aphra. But in reality, he's readying an action that he's going to attack it once Pietro is has arrived.
Okay. Could you throw out a charisma saving throw for me real quick?
I can.
Okay, good to know. Alrighty. Garuda, you're up.
Garuda's gonna flat fly his wings down here and reload both his pistols with magical ammo. 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. He's gonna reload both his pistols with magical ammo as he moves up. And that'll be Garuda's turn.
All right. Jenna, you're up.
Yeah, Jenna's gonna move forward. Shit. She's gonna dash. Take the dash.
Through the pillars, you do see, this thing is going to town, trying to basically eat Aphra alive. It does not seem to care at all about anything else that's going on.
She takes the dash action to right there.
Right.
Mario, you're up.
Okay.
She has a bonus action, but she's a wizard, so that's my turn.
Okay. Pietro, you're up.
Okay, getting past Garuda, is that gonna shave off some distance that I can cover?
Garuda is ally, so it would be difficult terrain to move through him.
Well, he's flying above you.
Like 15 feet.
Sure.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure. It wasn't particularly high ceiling.
I know, like
cheating.
science doesn't have any place in 5th edition, so we're not gonna go over like the required wingspan for a medium-sized fucking bird person to fly. It's fine. Yeah, you could run underneath him.
I just imagine he's doing like with his hands, like his. You know what I mean.
Hey, I mean, it's all the years of letting gargoyles do the same thing. I guess I gotta just let it pass. So it's all good. All right.
Action dash to get there, and then I'm gonna have to burn an action to attack.
Action surging.
So still my bonus. So I'm going to attack with my scimitar. I'm gonna burn another superiority die for precision attack.
Okay. That will hit.
18 for 8.
Okay. The creature is not bloodied yet.
Um, 23 for 12. And then I'm going to follow that up with the 9 life steal.
All right. It is definitely bloodied after that barrage of attacks. All right. Anything else from Pietro?
That is all my action economy. And then I think Davian was holding an action. Were you holding an action for me to get there to attack?
Davian has a hand on Surge and seems to be mentally not here right now.
Okay.
All right. You see a potion bottle float down from Jenna's shoulder, and kind of trying to get in there, trying to administer a potion to her as she is being eaten and consumed. You hear grumbling. Mario's like, man, this thing's gonna make me. It's gonna know. It's gonna know. And the invisibility and the dodge action fade. And he will administer a basic bitch healing potion. Is it basic bitch that you gave him?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna administer a basic bitch healing potion to Afra. So Afra, you could roll yourself. There you go. Okay. So you are alive with 7 HP. You are still grappled, restrained, and bloodied, and also at this point prone because of the dying. So it's a lot of debuffs. There is a scaly-feeling monkey that is kind of clinging to your head because that was the only purchase he could get to apply the thing. This creature looks at Mario, and you see that there is some sort of telepathic exchange there, and you see Mario just kind of let some shit go. It's little bricks of brimstone kind of come out of the monkey's butt. It apparently done goofed. Afra, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
Kill it! Don't let it hurt Mario!
Okay, fine.
Pivotal
Oh
to
my
our plan!
god. Mario's the
He's
fucking
pivotal to my
priority here?
plan! I'll protect you,
Jenna the Jenna is more like Jenna the one-track minded.
Jenna, you do
Okay.
remember growing up in Thay, all of your, let's not call them friends, rivals at school getting imps on their birthdays, and you never got one. Even though you asked for one every year, never got one. Father didn't believe in imps. Not that he didn't believe in them, he didn't believe that they were good familiars. Anyways, let's see, since you are restrained, that is a fumbles. Perhaps you kill Mario? Let's find out. Oh no! As you go to attack the creature, yeah, it's pulls you towards it and bites down. You hold the dagger up to sort of save yourself from what happens next. And as its fiendish maw closes down on you and the dagger, you
hits me.
hear a resounding snap.
God fucking damn it.
As the dagger, despite everything 5th edition says about the magic items, is damaged. It can be repaired, but yeah, it is damaged. All right. Anything else from Aphra?
I'll summon my last tentacle.
Well, the tentacle. Oh yeah, because it would have gotten
Yeah,
desummoned
it would've gone
when you.
away.
All right, fair enough.
I'll resummon it and I'll hit him with it.
Okay.
No sneak attack. Just 8 cold.
Okay. It takes 8 cold damage. All right. All right, hold on. That brings us to the Canalost's turn. All right, here we go. It is going to try. Ugh.
Can I? Is it possible to release my held action now? As PHO's still technically there, or would I need to sentinel it?
Yeah, you'd probably have to do a sentinel at this point.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to wait until this creature's turn is over. Because if you don't have a specific way to interrupt, then you have to kind of wait until what's currently happening ends.
I will sentinel on my first opportunity.
All right. It's got a mouthful of Aphra, so it's just going to try to bite a mouthful of Aphra. So here we go.
Oh, God.
Oh, that doesn't hit.
12 does not get through. Apparently, the piece of Chaos Dagger that you broke off into the roof of its mouth is quite painful. As the creature tries to bite down on you, it is not able to do so. As you see just a surge of random magic start kind of exploding inside its mouth. It does, however, get stabbed for 16 points of damage. And then, frustrated, it raises its claws and brings them down on the traitorous Mario.
Can I use my reaction to throw my body in front of Mario?
You may take 21 damage without any shield or anything, burning your reaction to save Mario's life.
I'll take it.
Because I know how important this imp is to you based on your character backstory. All right. Mario is from hell. He has never had anyone do anything nice for him, ever. Watching you do this, his mind is unable to comprehend kindness. And so he says, oh, hey, watch out there. You tripped. You okay? You fell down. You're kind of clumsy. It's because you're so weak and skinny.
You're gonna be a pirate devil monkey, god damn it.
All right, you say as you hold your guts in your body. All right, fair enough. That brings us to Davian for reals.
All right. This thing is bloodied, or not?
It's super bloodied, yeah.
Okay, yeah. If it's already bloodied, I will just continue my assault upon it.
Okay.
You didn't want to stab it with Surge?
You miss.
13 with fire.
You just hear a derisive sound in your mind. You can't tell if it's from the creature or your trident.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Garuda.
All right.
They need you to. It's a cleanup in Isle Dungeon Room. Yep.
He sees this thing. That was the one that attacked him originally too.
Yeah.
He's the magic bullet. He's going to get advantage on this using his grit point.
Okay.
Sharpshooter, I think, or what is it called? Blah 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 blah. Yeah, right here. dead shot. So I'm gonna use that, and then
Oof. All right. As you go to take the shot, it quickly whips Afra around, and you pull up the gun to make sure you don't shoot her, and then kind of blast a hole in the ceiling. You take a second shot, however, and that one hits. Is this also using the gun with magic ammo?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
That is enough. Its skull caves in from the bullet and explodes. Its body ruptures, leaving behind a pool of green acid that begins to melt and bubble away at the floor.
Yep.
I'm gonna get up and run away.
Okay.
Like, ow.
Eat me again, you son of a bitch.
Okay.
All right, Afra, come here. Open wide.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna do. I have to choose for everyone now. Makes this so much harder to spam.
Are we still in initiative or?
No. All the threats have been destroyed.
Jenna,
I mean,
before going all ham on the potions, why don't we do a short rest?
I mean, do you see where we are?
Yeah, Damien.
I don't think.
Homie, what?
I don't know, Mario. Do you think we could get away with resting in this hallway?
I mean, I don't know. Nobody upstairs probably knows that you're here since you kidnapped me and you killed Tony and you bamboozled the kitchen staff and I doubt that the lady's gonna want any bearded devils at her party, so I don't see why they'd be coming through here.
Alright.
I will tell you this: that my knowledge of the layout of this place is pretty much zero. I just knew it was down here.
Oh, but I thought you said you knew where this secret vault was.
Yeah, we're in it. We're in the secret vault.
Oh God.
Wait, is that monkey
Alright.
talking?
Where have you been, Garuda?
Davian's gonna take Grudo
He
aside
had
and
the
explain
shit in his ear.
the whole, devil imp thing and Jenna recruiting it. So
And
he'll.
Hey,
and
monkey.
don't feel bad about these. I've got literally like 30 of them.
Okay.
I've been stocking up for a hot minute.
Okay.
Hey, talking
but
monkey.
yeah,
Do you
let's
know
go ahead and
Sweet
rest
Baby?
for like an hour.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I'll get my spell slot back.
Mario says,
Oh yeah. I've heard of Sweet Baby. He's on the other side.
Yeah, me and him are friends. Are you friends with Sweet Baby?
I am most assuredly not friends with Sweet Baby.
Why are you not friends with Sweet Baby? He's like such a cool dude.
Because he's a demon.
Nah, you're just being.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, he's not that nice, but I wouldn't call him a demon. Everyone's kind of mean sometimes, but he's not a demon. Calm down.
Mario leans into you, Jenna, and stage whispers.
I see why you keep this one around. Real stupid. Yeah. Easy to manipulate.
Very loyal, very powerful.
Davian's
Alright.
gonna stage whisper, and the last person who called them stupid took 2 barrels to the face.
No.
So I guess we're gonna short rest.
rest.
I mean, it's still
I'm
morning,
okay with that.
so I'm not really worried about the Duchess or anything.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys. Davian is fine himself. It's just a matter of, and I mean the potions. If we have that kind of a stock, he's not so bothered. So it just matters to the people who have.
I guess we are short
ability.
resting since Afra's using her
Yeah.
hit dice.
Yeah. So after during the short rest, you do take care of the slightly painful, but in a reassuring way, pain of your maximum filled bladder. Because drinking this many potions in such a short amount of time, it's yeah. You are well hydrated. At no point do you think about what the side effects of a lifetime of drinking troll's blood and silver nitrate does to a person. That's not your problem. But it might
Nah.
explain the whole blood of heroes phenomenon, that maybe adventurers are so good at, recovering from wounds because from a very early age they drink nothing but like diluted troll's blood with silver nitrate. I think I finally cracked the fucking case on magical healing in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
If you get an invitation, like in the physical real world, to go to D&D HQ, make sure that you've got like the whole lawyer's got this letter that will be released if I'm not seen, and just take care of yourself, Crash. We need you.
Yeah. I figured it out finally.
Emperor,
And-
do you give the whole Blood of Heroes speech?
Oh yeah, yeah. We short rested. We can do it again.
Okay.
I
That'll
do
take another 11 HP.
Well, 11 HP if you did not already have 11 HP. They don't
Well, yeah.
stack. Yeah, they don't stack, but
Yeah.
they'll steamroll over a lower number.
Replace your temp HP with 11.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Combined level that is equal.
And I regain my
So
fighter.
I'm also gonna just arcane recovery because
A group that likes short resting is a good group to be a fighter in.
This
Fighter-
this is the game where we end at 12, right? Because Garuda's got another game.
I do have another game after this. This is true.
why do you
12,
why do you
12
remind-
Canadian time, yeah. So
Or Mountain, whatever.
Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah, so we're closing in on the time, but you do have two doors. You could open one and see what's behind it, or you could plot and plan with your last 10 minutes. It is totally up to you guys.
I totally feel like we would open one of the doors and then
well,
then pause.
it's a dungeon. I would investigate it. They're
Okay.
definitely trapped.
So first, I'm still detecting magic.
Sure.
Are any of the doors magical? Or anything
Yes.
around here?
The sconces, unlit, all four of them are magical. And the doors themselves, though, are magical, but they are tied to the sconces.
Okay.
So if we
I'm
light
a
The
wizard.
magic in question is a combination of invocation and abjuration.
Did you say invocation or evocation?
They're the same school, but yeah, invocation,
Okay.
evocation, and
Okay,
abjuration.
Okay.
I'm gonna move away from
Um,
the door.
All right. I'm a wizard. I understand magic.
Sure.
Is there any kind of like arcana maybe I could do to figure out
Yeah,
what these
give me an
sconces
arcana
are?
check for sure.
Ooh, this is the day of ones. Honestly, Davian, you started this in the beginning when you said this is gonna be a one, and it has been all day.
It's been a lot of ones. You had a couple crits. You had a nice crit there at the very beginning of that fight. You stunned the Canoloth.
I'm
So many ones. Just
But
I'm
it
also-
has been a lot. It has been a lot of ones.
All right, yeah. So 10, because right, skill checks don't get affected by.
Well, your arcana kind of
Failure.
fails you here. You're not sure why unlit sconces would have anything to do with the doors unless they represent some kind of lock. Maybe lighting them unlocks it. I don't know. You're not 100% sure what's going on with that 10.
All right. Well, I just want to read this spell real quick before I do it to make sure I don't touch them. Object that you must touch throughout casting the spell.
Mm,
Ooh, Mario, stand back.
okay.
I'm
He is going to turn invisible because he feels the most comfortable that way.
David, you stand back. I'm gonna ritual cast Identify on this sconce
Okay.
and see if it blows me up.
Oh, that's actually very smart. As you cast Ritual Identify, you realize that this sconce is part of a trap. If any of the four sconces is lit, the doors will lock and the room will fill with hellfire.
Good to know.
Or at least that's what this sconce says. I mean, you kind of figure it's probably all the sconces. They do look very similar.
Yeah, and
That being
they're
said,
the
there
same
could be
kind of
one
magic.
sconce that if you light it, the whole room fills with French fries. I don't know. But
Yeah, I'm gonna just go with my gut and say,
Okay.
Mario, go ahead and hop on. Pedro, open, whichever door you see fit. Can I try and like figure out like the doors, are they like similar or could they
they
be
are
different purpose?
absolutely identical.
Okay. Pedro, pick a door. Open it up. You'll be fine.
All the doors in this dungeon were purchased from Extreme Edgelord Dungeon Doors Emporium. They all look like this.
I would like to incite Jenna saying everything will be fine. Pick a door to open it.
You really don't trust me?
Alright,
After we think that it's
Jenna.
today, are you saying no?
All right,
No,
you want
I-
to do
I-
you
after-
you want to do this
I
half
put it
orc
on the
fighter
ground.
barbarian?
All right.
wanna do this?
Give me a deception and an insight.
Well, here's a
Don't worry,
persuasion
you'll pass,
because
Okay.
I believe that nothing's gonna happen to him.
Okay. Pietro, you feel that Jenna is trying to give you opportunities to level up your own leadership skills and really start sort of taking charge of not only your destiny but the destiny of the group. In a way, it's almost like she's grooming you as her first mate. You eye Afra from across the room, wondering what that could mean for the short and dangerous woman.
Gorilla's jealous.
Such lovely bullshit. All right, I'm gonna open this door.
Maybe not first mate, maybe general of future, but we'll get there.
All right, you're gonna go with that door, huh? That's the door you
Yep.
want to pick of the two doors. Okay.
Yep.
All right. As you go to open the door, you hear you don't see any handles. You can see the door that I see. You kind of put your hands into the skull nostrils, I guess. Kind of try to pull them open. You realize that the door is locked. There is a keyhole. The keyhole is right where the two skull nostril holes kind of meet. It would necessitate a very small and delicate key to open. You get the feeling that someone doesn't want you to get past this door. You also realize that it's awfully dark in here. Maybe if you lit a torch, even, you'd be able to see the lock better to open it. Because, it's dark in here and you have disadvantage to your perception checks because of dark vision. And boy, you could light one of
Davian.
them torches.
That's a bait. That's a
Davian.
bait. That's a bait.
Davian, pick the lock.
Look,
Pick the lock.
I just thought it was a cool trap because devils could see it perfectly in the dark, so they wouldn't need any torches. So to
Yeah,
provide torches,
I found a
I
very
turn to the group and
Yeah.
say, the door is locked. Davian, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm not gonna get elevated ever again.
a less experienced troop would have lit them damn sconces and blown themselves up. Damn it! All right.
Elevated. It's a new word.
I'm gonna roll a check to unlock this, but then I do have to go because I have a drop-in game that's starting
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
All right. Last roll of the night. Let's make it better than the first roll of the night. Here
Well,
we go.
this one's clearly going to be the only time I finally roll a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Well. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, 19, pretty close. It's some hard work, and you realize if you had doofed this up, you would have flooded the whole room with hellfire. But you unlock the door and reveal a room beyond that has 2 more doors, 4 pillars, and a suit of armor laying dead on the floor. Well, okay, laying empty on the floor. It's not really dead because it's a suit of armor. Words. Okay.
Does it look magical? Is the armor?
We'll have to find out next week, but probably magical. All right. So I will take you guys back to the dash. Some good progress. Good progress. You handled the infiltration of the mansion very well. Yeah.
You say 5-star infiltration?
Oh, definitely not 5-star, but still, it was really good. So,
We
All
we
right. Sorry,
bamboozled
guys.
the help.
oh, I mean, if I rated it, I would give it a 5-star. But if I'm going for like finding all the secrets, the items, the nooks and crannies and all that, then it wouldn't be a 5-star. But you're doing really good though.
We gotta
Yeah.
kill the Dutchy.
All right. I hope everybody enjoys their other Dungeons and Dragons games that they're playing in. It's fine. And we will continue this next week. So.
All right.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for the session,
Bye.
Crash.
Bye.
And I assure you, this other DM is nowhere near as good.
I don't need to hear it. I'm fine. Just do you live your life. It's okay.
It's just true. It's just truth.
Crash, run a Pokemon game. They'll sure be in that.
Tomorrow is gonna be so excited. We're fighting the goat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just